Sorry about my scraggly hair. It's kind of gone all sort of straight and weird here. Actually, it's worse on this side now. It was worse this side before. But now it's bad on that side. God, if I look like shit, but I don't look too bad. It's because I've got to spritz it and put mousse in it. God, I'm absolutely freezing, I'm not gonna lie. But I just want to show you my outfit before my jacket on. Pretty much this is the Jeremiah look rather than the Supreme Ruler look, but the actual makeup is the Supreme Ruler look, whereas the outfit's more Jeremiah-y. Which you can't see. I think I know why. Hang on, let me try something. Because of the sky. If the sky's in the way, then it's gonna like go dark to accommodate the sky, so pretty much this is my Jeremiah-y look. If you remember what Jeremiah looks like, I'm just gonna show you 1 minute in case you forgot. I'm an art. I got my art with me. Yeah. I'm glad I bring it with me. I've not had any commissions for showing off my art and the flyers and everything yet, but I enjoy showing my art anyway. I am kind of promoting my art as well. Like I do commissions and shit. I'm also like I bring my art to show off whatever outfits that I'm doing at the time. So like it's a lighter blue, I suppose, and a more faded blonde, but pretty much a Jeremiah look. I have got the blue blazer with me, and I brought it because it was freezing. I thought I might get cold. So yeah, just remember what he looks like. Right, I've got the jacket. I really like this outfit on its own, but yeah, I need a lighter blue jacket pretty much. Freezing. I even do a catwalk because there's no space. Oh well. So there we go, that's my Jeremiah look. Hey. It's pretty much the Jeremiah look with the blue and gold eyeshadow. Yeah, I like it with the jacket too, and I'm actually warm now. Just see what it looks like. I like the fact that it's got a split. I really like the fact that it's got a split in the back for the tail. And I like the fact these pants have a hook, so I can put the tail on a hook instead of actually on the top of the pants, where my backpack can weigh it down even more. It's a shame I've got all this crap to carry into it. I really need a tissue. What's this? Oh, I've got a tissue. Yay, I'm so happy. I got a tissue. You'd be amazed at how many people like don't even care. You really would. You'd think people would be like gawking and staring. Thank you. I know. Yeah, Jeremiah would be that arrogant and say, I know. He knows he looks amazing. and dapper and spiffing. There's a close-up of my makeup anyway. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. By the way, when I first heard that song, I didn't even realise it said super duper. I thought it said I honestly thought it was just a synthesized noise. I didn't hear the super duper part. I'm just gonna redo the lips. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Where is that? I don't know if I left it at home. I thought Kai, I left it at home. Oh, let me do something else 1 minute. Oh, I forgot to mention, like, hi Issa, I love you. What do you say? Real life Jeremiah, yeah. Really liking the look. Real life Jeremiah. And then you corrected yourself, yeah. I thought you were like calling my name. Oh, Jeremiah! Smiley face! Yay! I was so glad that you made it to the furry convention. Looked so much fun. It really was. But I kind of regret that I didn't do this look for it. This would have been great. And oh, by the way, it looks really good with the wig. You know, the Jeremiah wig. Oh, guess what else I've got? I actually brought with me my cigarettes because Jeremiah smokes. And it makes him look even more sort of dapper and glamorous and just awesome. That's the sun god collar that Becky made me. Oh, sorry, Teal Kitten, TK. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I call everybody by the real names. Oops, There we go. Right, I'll just walk around and... Oh, the geese are waiting for me. Oh, that looks even better. Looks really good. Yeah, I'm happy that I made it to the furry meet. It was a lot of fun. It was fun the first time, but I just didn't get to be there for very long. So, that sucks. I met 3 people at the furry meet the first time. I met even more people second time. But we didn't exchange contact details because I'm an idiot and I don't have business cards, so I could have like just given business cards out to people, but no. I mean, apparently Becky tried to, but she kept getting them handed back to her. Oh yeah, and sorry, I don't have the fangs, but my mum threw away the ones with the molds, and I do have a spare pair, but I don't have any, like, I have Polygrip, but it doesn't work, and I had to put like loads in, and it was just like all over my mouth, and it was disgusting. I was just so disgusting. So yeah, I don't really. I hate Polygrip. I think Fixodent might be better, but I'm not sure. Just remind me to get some if I can get some today. I'm not sure. I'd have to probably go to the fucking Asda. I'm just gonna really stand out here. They might go, oh yes, that's Britain's most wanted. And I'm really sorry about the hair. It's gone like really flat. It's funny because when I first brush it, it's like it's huge. But then, as soon as I go outside, it goes like really flat. So yeah, I think it still looks nice, even though it doesn't look huge like I want it. I will tell you about the life lesson soon, so don't worry. That is coming, because I'm still the supreme ruler of the universe, even though I'm as Jeremiah today. I'm pretty much both. So, and I've brought him with me today. This is the supreme ruler of the universe. Isn't he handsome, guys? Sorry, I'm trying to show you in the best light. There we go, it's better. So they are separate people, but they've come together to form one unit, which is they've actually become engaged to be married, and they're due to be married in August. I'm not sure if they picked a date yet, but probably like the 15th or something. I don't know. We'll see. But that'll be literally the furry meet. So maybe we could just like get married to the furry meet. It would feel so fun. I'll be like, yeah, we're getting married. I'm getting married to this picture. So I'll dress like this as Jeremiah, and I'll just like bring the picture and be like, yeah, I'm getting married to this picture. It was so funny. But yeah, in the story, they are getting married at this point. I mean, obviously that's very far along in the story, so sorry about any spoilers, but it might. I don't know. Like, pretty much Jeremiah's story is a life lesson, by the way, just to let you guys know. Jeremiah's story will be several life lessons, but one ultimate life lesson. Can you guess what it might be? I'll let you guess. Oh, the spiky collar adds really much. Oh no, wish you had given contacts to keep with other people. Hopefully see them again on another meet. Yeah, the thing is I didn't see a... What was that? Oh, it's a fucking drone. It's a fuck. Oh my god, we've got to be careful. We've got to be really careful because one of them things took a boy's eye out. And I'm worried that's going to happen to me. Especially if it's targeted towards me, I don't know. So far it's been targeted toward the fucking geese. Sorry, it's so faded, 1 minute. No, it's made it worse. It's getting really close to me and I'm not happy about it. It's getting too close to me. Oh god. I think we should get out of here, guys. Hang on. I know who's controlling it, but I don't even know where I'm looking. Where's my fucking... I think he's dropping food from it. It's really... I can't see it. Uh-oh. Yeah, there it is. I'm kind of scared, I'm not going to lie. If he loses control, it could come crashing to me and take my eye out like it did that young boy. Someone was flying a drone and it went in someone's garden and took a boy's eye out. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. I don't know what he's doing with it. I don't know if he's recording or if he's feeding the geese with it or he's trying to actively scare them or what, because it went in the water. He like skimmed across the water and scared the geese before. So I was like, what is that noise? Yeah, it looks like it's feeding the geese. It's dropping something in the water, I think. A bloody alien life form. Yeah, I mean, did you see it? It dropped something. But it came really close to me at one point, so I got scared. It was like above me and I couldn't see it. And it scared the fucking shit out of me. The geese seem to be happy. They're not scared. There's that black duck again. It's looking at me. Hi, geese! Oh, hi! Oh, they're looking at me. Oh, hi! Look! Yeah! I'm coming to feed you! Just a minute! Just give them a minute. They're starving. We've got pockets in this bloody thing, yeah, but they're all like... I don't want to step on his toes if he's trying to feed him. Ew, he just spat. He's having weed, by the way, because I could smell it. Yeah, they're waiting for me. They realise it's not feeding them as much as they want. I want to feed him, but if he's feeding them with that thing, then I don't really want to take that away from him, but... Right, the drone has disappeared now, so we're gonna... I can still hear it. There it is. It looks like a freaking spaceship, little tiny spaceship. They're wondering, is that thing feeding them or am I? They keep looking at him and then they look at me. Oh, the waistcoat's new, by the way. Pretty much this is new. The waistcoat's new. The jacket's new. These pants I've had for about 2 years. And the boots are new. Got them on Saturday. I got this last Saturday. The boots on Saturday just gone. I got this a Saturday just gone and this 2 Saturdays ago. So that 2 Saturdays and that 2 Saturdays ago. And I got the tail and ears 2 Saturdays ago. So it's like virtually a new outfit. The shirt's obviously not new, but it is new because I got it last year. So yeah. These trousers are the only ones I've got that are... He's saying something. They're curious. That bloke just said something about... It's quite high, it looks like. Above me. Fuck off, he said. I saw him playing with it before near the co-op. It's high as fuck, that he said.
But does it tell you how high it is on the tin? How high is that now?
That is very high, I'm not gonna lie. Here you go, free. I wanted the duck to have a chance to get him, but they're bonding over that thing. It's really high up right now and you can't even see it. Don't take from the ducks, they're only babies. It's just a minute, just a minute. They all get fed. Yes, just a minute. You're very patient, so you can have some. There you go. You still didn't get it. Well, the ducks are a bit either bossy or desperate, I don't know which. Oh, there it is. Got it. They're going to the drone because they think the drone's feeding them. That drone has taken all the attention away from me. I'm not gonna lie, nobody's really been that bothered about me in this outfit. It's like an everyday occurrence. People have been treating like my outfit's an everyday occurrence. Well, looks like I got my wish. Oh, what are you just doing? Oh, did you see that? That was funny. Ducks all went in the same place. How dare the drone take away all the attention from me? Bloody attention hog, that drone is. Bloody attention hog. How dare it take all the attention away from the supreme ruler and the almighty, all-powerful, the great and powerful sun god, Lord Jeremiah, the Jeremiah-iest Jeremiah that ever Jeremiah'd in the Jeremiah world. So basically, the supreme ruler of the universe talks like this. Like, oh my god, you're so skinny and disgusting. Look at all these gays, man. That's how he talks, right? And Jeremiah speaks like this. Like dead posh, you know, like this. Oh, how common. That's pretty cool. Look at that, they're all going to the drone. That's adorable. I think he's got a camera. I think he's got a camera. Look at that, they're all following it. I don't think they know what everyone's looking at. They just think it's the geese. What's that in the water? The ducks will have a go now. Oh, they're all coming back to me now. I wanted to see how the geese reacted to the drone, and they were following it. But one of the geese was hissing at it and putting its head low. So that was pretty fun. Oh. I should have all the attention, not the bloody drone. I don't know who I'm being now. I'm being Jeremiah, the supreme ruler. Oh. This is good. Oh, where's your doggy gone?
I've left it in, so I've gone shopping.
All right, okay, you put him home. In the barge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you lived on a barge. That's really cool. I want to join you. I bet it's nice in there. Uh-oh, one's gone on the floor. Shit. By the way, while I'm here, it feels dead magical. I just want to clarify that. I feel like the last time I was here, it felt quite magical, but this time it feels like even more magical. I don't really know why, because I've been here like loads of times and not felt that way. But I think the more I've spent time here, the more it's kind of it's kind of brought me back to my childhood, like not just being here, but like the whole thing. It's like when I was younger, I used to I used to be really intelligent. Oh, boy, have I got a story for you. So, I've discovered stuff about myself recently. Stuff I've already known, but I've forgotten over the course of having to be in my mum's care and being like, living a really restricted lifestyle. I've not gotten to be the real me. But now I'm starting to get to be the real me again since I decided to move out. So even though I haven't really moved out, I feel like I've got a lot more freedom than I did before. And I feel like I've been able to recapture my youth when I really knew who I was. Because I've always known who I was, but it's just that I've been led to believe different. Like I've always known that I was meant to be like these characters. And that I was pretty powerful and special. Hi.
Oh, I love your. Oh, you dress like a little flat.
Thank you, yeah.
Cute.
Thank you very much. And Jeremiah, the handsome rich playboy.
Pardon?
And Jeremiah, the handsome rich playboy. Her reaction. That is rude. That's a baby and it just attacked a grown up. The baby just attacked a grown up. Who's she talking to? Oh, don't fight! No fighting! Oi, naughty geeses and ducks. Naughty.
So much.
Excuse me.
See you, Jeremiah.
See ya. Excuse me. I just wondered if you had a tissue. I didn't bring any out. So she asked for a drink of water and I'm asking for a tissue. I've been looking around for people to ask for a tissue. Thank you so much, you're a lifesaver. Oh, she lives there, I'm assuming. Another gorgeous one. Let me show you it. It's got like a unicorn. It's talking about drones. I've got a drone, by the way. I got a tiny one. It's got little ladders as well. Cool. I love barges. I really want to live on one. Do you think Jeremiah would live on a barge? Maybe, well, when he marries the Supreme Ruler, he'll be moving into his palace in the planet Nebulon, so he won't be living on a barge, but maybe he'll holiday on a barge. Ooh. It's not bread, it's not bread, it's tissues. Extra, what? Wage. Is that German? Must be German. It's not German. I know German. Could be, but I don't think so. Anyway, so yeah, I've recaptured my youth, if you will. Like, this is who I've always known I was meant to be. Not necessarily this character like Jeremiah, but I've always like known I was like some kind of special kind of person, if you know what I mean. Like an out of this world creature. Like not just a morsel or just like an ordinary human. But I've always felt like I was meant to be some kind of magical creature. Like magical all-powerful creature, you know. And I used to sort of live like that when I was a kid and teenager. But then since becoming my mum's carer, I've kind of lost that, and like I've been pretty much forced into a servitude sort of like role in life, because being a carer is kind of like being a servant. Like I know people tell me it's not, but it is. Even if you love doing it, it is. Like even if you're not treated like crap like I am by my mum, it is. It's like you're pretty much cooking and cleaning for someone, you're looking after someone, you're waiting on them hand and foot. It's a servitude role. So I'm not bashing anyone who does it as a career, by the way. I just want to say that, but I'm just saying for me personally, it's not for me because it's kind of like more of a servitude role. Whereas Like, it's just not for me, and that's why I've been pretty much miserable all these years. I was happier when I was a young and like kid, teenager, and early 20s before I had to do it because I was doing my own thing, and I was honing in my power and skills, and I had confidence. I was a bit shy at one point, but that's because I was led to believe that everybody, like, you had to be a certain way, and you had to be like quiet. Like, I was afraid of saying or doing the wrong thing, because every time we would go out and I would say certain things, my mum would say stuff like, "Oh, you shouldn't have said this and you shouldn't have said that," and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, I don't know. Oh, I see someone's taken away the like. Excuse me? How fucking rude! I had 2 likes and now someone's taken the fucking like away. Fuck you, man. Give me my bloody like back. I'm a growing channel, for God's sake. I need more. I need likes, comments, subscriptions. People are taking it away. Fuck that. I am the supreme ruler of the universe, and I am the all-powerful Lord Jeremiah, the Sun God, and I command that you like, comment, and subscribe right now. Oh, there's the babies. Oh my God, that's so annoying. Fuck off. I bet they think that's cool as well. It's not, it's annoying. Although, to be honest with you, Jeremiah would love that. Jeremiah would actually love to have a motorbike or a quad bike or something. Yeah, he would have a fancy yacht to live in. Well, he would just holiday there. That would be his, like, summer house. His yacht. Yeah. His yacht. Oh no, they're going to him again, even though he's not even been feeding them all this time. How dare you take all my geese away? My geese away. Hey, I'm the one feeding you. Where the babies gone? Oh, here they are. I can hear them. I can tell which are the babies. I've got a cigarette, but I don't know whether I have a lighter. I found my lighter. I've got cigarettes. It's here. Can you see it? I've got a little drone as well. I've got a little drone as well. It's this big. It's white. It's really tiny. I can't fly it very well. It just goes all over the place. Yeah, you do. I just need more practice. It was given to me as a present for Christmas. Yeah, from my mum. It's got I forgot. It's got a little camera on it though. You what? Did you have a camera on it? What's it been recording the geese? What's it been? Oh, that's so cute. It's got everything. Really? It goes really high. Salford! And you can control it from there. You can control it from there. From here, when it goes there, yeah. Wow, that is pretty far. And you can get videos. So it's like you're there. And I bet when it's there, they're like, oh, where's this drone coming from? Who's controlling it? And you're here. That is pretty good. All right, I bet. Yeah, that sounds good. I wonder if mine can do that. I wonder if mine can do that. I don't think mine has a light, but I'm not sure if it can go very far. Wow. I can't believe that. I want that one. It must be very expensive. £2 grand. Yeah, mine was cheap. I think my mum got it from Wish. Yeah, she doesn't do Wish anymore. He's got his mate. He asked me where my tail was. He was pretty disappointed when he thought I didn't have my tail. Is he someone I've seen before? I don't know, he acted like he know me, but I think he thought I'd taken my tail off. So basically Jeremiah is going to be married to him, and he is already married to her, Daisy. Oh, he went all the way over there to go on that side so he could talk to him. Oh, he's made a new friend, how lovely. I'm not gonna lie, when you go out like this, it does kind of draw attention, and people actually quite like it, and they actually want to talk to you and get to know you and stuff, and you get lots of compliments. So I would definitely recommend dressing like this, dress different, but not like where you dress sort of. Oh, look at that. I'll feed you in a minute. If you follow me, I will. I'll leave him to his little friend then. I'm kind of glad, because, you know, I can't hear everything he says. I did get the gist of most of it, but I'm very good if I don't hear what someone said, but I hear one thing and I don't feel like asking them to repeat themselves. I always have something to follow up with, so I can always save a conversation even when I don't know what they've said. And like, so I remember this one woman, I had to ask her to repeat like probably 4 times, and I still couldn't understand her. So I pretty much went away not knowing what she said, but I can always save a conversation even when I don't know what they've said. Like, I can always just like say something on the same vein or similar to move the conversation on. I always feel dead guilty because, you know, I want to know what they've said and I want to reply properly, but it's not fair to keep getting them to repeat themselves, because it just gets annoying after a while. Annoying for them and kind of a bit frustrating for you. So at that point, you've just got to move on. And I'm very good at moving a conversation on. It's like, you know what? There's, you know, TK or whatever. Hey, yay. She said that I'm very confident, and I'm kind of confident and dominant, and I can dominate a conversation, but apparently I falter like halfway through or something. Like I lose my confidence or something. I'm like, what? Like, no. That doesn't happen. Well, the only time that happens is if I don't know what they've said, and I usually just like for instance, when we're at the furry meet, this is what she's probably observed. The music was so loud that I don't know what people are saying half the time. And like at the time I couldn't think of what to say, but then after the event I kind of realized I wanted to ask like more about their personas, and I wanted to ask for their contact details just so that they could send me, because some of them had really cool personas and I really wanted to see the art of them and learn more about each persona. So I thought about it afterwards. I thought if I had a business card or something, I could hand them out and say like, contact me and we can talk about your persona. And like, I wanted to know who did the art, and like I wanted to have a proper conversation, but because the music was so loud, I wasn't able to do it. Oh, sorry, Sean. Peace. Hi. Good evening to you as well. Yes, Jeremiah. Some guy keeps calling me Rosie on here. It pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie, when people keep calling me Rosie. And another one keeps calling me by another female name, which annoys me. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's pretty much what they've heard my mum say. So if you remember what my mum has said, they keep calling me that. Starts with a K. And I hate it. It's like, I've always hated that name. I don't know why, I just have. But the actual name actually literally means daughter of Christ, so I don't know why I reject the name. Hi. Nice dog. I don't know why I reject the name, because it means daughter of Christ, but because it's a female, I'm presuming the male equivalent is like Christian or Chris. Or what's the other one? Christian, and there's another one. Christoph. I don't know. It's not that, but there is another one that's like Chris. Jeremiah needs a fancy yacht to live on, luxury yacht. Exactly. We'll get there. If you guys keep donating to me and becoming Patreons, I'll eventually get to live the life I really want as Jeremiah, and maybe get a yacht, or a boat, or a caravan. Well, there's so much I actually want. I don't know. I can't decide. To be honest with you, I think I've decided I want to live in Ireland. Yeah, I don't know where in Ireland, but a really nice place. I've heard that Mayo, Leitrim, Achill Island, well, there's loads of them. Donegal is nice. I'm not sure because I've never been there. I've not seen it. I'd have to look it up. But there's quite a lot of nice ones. I have heard your mum mention your name, but I call you Jeremiah because I know you identify as him. Thank you. These people that keep calling me Rosie and Kay, it's just really, like, I've told them before, but they just ignore me. It's an absolute pain in the ass when they just ignore what I say and won't call me what I want to be called. I think they do it deliberately because it's kind of like saying, well, you are such and such a body. I'm not calling you by your preferred pronouns. You're a female. I'm going to call you female names because that's what you were born as. I'm going to call you by your given name because that's what you were called by your parents. And it's just like them making a point that they're not going to treat you as you want to be treated because you were born this and you were born that. And I think it's wrong because, like, you don't have to live life as how you were born. You can change. Like, you know, you can change your name. You can change how you identify. Like, you don't have to be stuck being a person you don't want to be. Hiya. Nice dog. Very cute. I like the other one as well. It's very stocky. It's a little puppy, that one. I don't know what kind of dog that is. It looks familiar. I can usually identify dogs because I'm learning more about dog breeds now as well, which is cool. I know called a Weimaraner, but that's a bluey grey one. And then there's a one that looks like that. It's called a Ridgeback. But I don't think that's a Ridgeback. But I can't remember the breed. It could possibly be them ones my mum likes. Great Dane. It could be a Great Dane puppy. Very nice outfit. Thank you very much. Yeah, I hate it when people don't treat me as I wanted to be treated and treat me how I prefer to identify as. Like, people say, well, you're not this and that and the other. Basically, you can't choose. It's like my mum was all like, well, because you didn't show signs when you were a child, you're not transgender. And it's like, just because I didn't know back then doesn't mean to say I don't figure it out when I'm older. Like, I figured out that I should be male when I was about 11, 12 years old, and yes. Right, we're going to move on now because I have a feeling that we should. But yeah, just one more time. That's the Supreme Ruler. And this makes me happy. Like, identifying this way makes me happy. Looking this way makes me happy. Very, very. I don't know specifically though. I'm gonna put my coffee in there. I just hope the geese don't come in. Oh yeah, my cigarettes. Where have you gone? I'm supposed to be smoking. Yeah, I forgot. I feel like we should move on already because I have this feeling he wants to talk, and I'm like, if I was on the other side, it would be easier. But I don't know how to get to the other side. Well, I do, but it takes me out of the way I want to go. So. Oh, right, yeah. I forgot about this. It's like a new thing that you gotta do. That didn't work very good. Don't you just hate these pictures? I mean, that's the nicest one, but it looks so... I hate the ones with the bloody eyeballs bulging out and shit like that. So cigarettes are not harmful to you, only if you like chain smoke or some shit. There you go. Jeremiah is advertising cigarettes. Start smoking today and look glamorous and posh and high quality and rich. They taste so good. They smell so good. You will thank me later. More benefits to smoking a pack a day is that they will keep you calm, they will keep you polite, they'll keep you docile, they'll make you happy when you're sad. They will make you calm so you don't rage. If you've got nothing else in your life, this is for you. If you have plenty in your life and you want to add a little extra, this will make you look and feel so fucking amazing. Every time I smoke, I feel like a different person. I feel like a god amongst men. Oh god, they're even like, do you know what? You don't even have to smoke them. They smell and taste amazing, like for real. I'm undoing everybody's brainwashing into thinking smoking is bad and gives you cancer, because it doesn't. Well, it does, but only if you smoke like fucking 10 packs a day. Like, you have to smoke every fucking one in the pack, like every single day, and then some. Like, right, when I finish smoking this, get another one out, get another one out, you know what, like chain smoking, that's bad for you. And it's only also bad for you if you inhale, like in the lungs. I don't, I just suck it in and then out. I don't inhale it into your lung. If you inhale it into your lungs, then yeah, it's bad for you. But we don't do that. Me and my mum don't do that, so. Life will slow down and you'll have more time. When you smoke, you automatically slow down. And feel good. Jeremiah needs to smoke those bigger cigars. I don't think I could handle cigars, but I could pretend that you need to clip end of and remove band. Oh yeah, John Players. Yeah, it is. It's doesn't say number 12. Does it? I don't know. I've never seen it. Stop smoking. Start smoking today. They're saying stop smoking, quit. I'm like, if you don't smoke, fucking start. It'll change your life for the better. They won't kill you. They shall extend your life. Guess what else they do? They will save your life. If you have a heart attack, in fact, first of all, they will prevent you from getting a heart attack. But if you do have a heart attack because of untold stress, they will make sure that you live through the heart attack. Get menthol today. They're illegal, but fuck it, get it on the black market. Smuggle them in. Ah shit, I shouldn't say that, I'll be cancelled, won't I? Whiskey or brandy with, yeah, that will be perfect. Oh, he's gone now. Right, let me try something. I shouldn't have put my bag on yet, because I kind of want to just do this. Yes. John Players are pretty good. We used to get Chesterfield Bright. Chesterfield Menthol Super King. Brandy. Start drinking today. Actually, I've got a free lager. Start smoking and drinking today. Watch this. I don't like lager. I hate lager. It's a shame I've got a free lager, because I'd rather have a rum and coke or something. I'm not really a big lager fan, or like beer. I'm not really a beer person. I've tried it. It's horrible. I used to drink my dad's beer as a kid, so. When we went out, by the way, not in the house. He didn't drink in the house. We only drank when he went out. Start smoking and drinking today. Don't forget to drink and drive. And when I say drink and drive, I mean literally drinking while you're driving. Now that one I really am. Oh yeah, gambling. Oh, drinking, driving and smoking and gambling at the same time, like you're on your phone, right? Right. Watch this, right? Pretend you're in the car. This is gonna be so funny. This is gonna be hilarious. Oh god, it's dark, sorry, right. Oh, I don't have a spare phone, but pretend like, right, watch this, right? You're driving. Booze. I'm going to smoke the whole thing in the car. I've got 10 of these. I've got a few down here in the thing. I forgot what it's called. the bit where you put your feet. They're all over the place. The cans are all over the place. Drink, drive, smoke, and gamble. I'm gambling now. This is my phone that I'm gambling on. I'm gambling. I'm driving, I'm drinking, I'm smoking. Gambling. I'm getting rich. I won. Watch this. Watch this. Sorry. An explosion is caused. Oh yeah, right. Got the arm on the window. What's it? The window frame. This is me driving, by the way, not wanking. This is me driving. Oh, and I'm leaning out the window, right? Oh, I've got to open another can. Right, so, right, oh, wait, we're in the lights. We're in the lights. We're in the lights now. Right, I parked. Right, watch this, watch this. So it's in the bit on the floor, so watch this, right? Right, I'm at the traffic lights. They've turned red. Oh, I'm out of beer. And then the traffic lights turn to green. The traffic lights are green now. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. Beep, beep. Yeah, get out of the way. Road rage. Road rage. Get out of the way. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Wait just a minute while I gamble. I'm gambling. Drink and smoke and gamble while driving today. This is Jeremiah advertising drinking. Oh, drugs. Forget smoking, right? Drugs. Do drugs today. Oh wait, weed. Pretend it's weed, right? Drink, smoke weed, gamble, and snort drugs while driving today. Oh god, that's amazing. Hang on, let me do it the other side, because then you'll get better lighting. Because light's coming from over there, even though the sun's setting like over there. Oh, this is amazing. No, that's a terrible angle. Where did I put it? Drink and drive and smoke and gamble and snort weed. Snort weed today. It's not good close up. Right, I finished that one.
I didn't know there was a boat that was on fire before.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know either.
You haven't got a spare cigarette.
I was just asking if you got a lighter.
I've got a light. Why have you not got a light?
I did have that cat lighter.
You need a sticky light. You can work on me.
Of course not. Thank you very much.
So where you off with all your dress stuff?
Well, I'm going to just have a walk on the canal and then go home.
Hmm.
And then just do videos and
Oh,
stuff.
to the tail.
What's the tail? Oh, it's the character.
Why was
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah?
You want to see it?
What is it?
Oh, it's a falconry fairy.
Oh.
Like a humanoid animal thing.
Oh.
Only Yancy.
You're missing the woman.
I know. I I've got the rings at home.
Oh yeah.
It's just that I have to use his backpack, so I can't put them on. He's a handsome playboy, by the way. He has lots of rings.
Oh, that's nice. Sounds like him.
You are, yeah, me too. Like always like that too. I wish I was rich and I wish I could get
Yeah.
rings. It's kind of hard to get rings, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's kind of hard. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I mean, look at me. You think I'd be able to get rings?
You can.
I can.
You can.
I got one.
Oh yeah.
I managed to get one.
I need more than one.
Yes, yes, it is more than one. These are
Yes,
pounds. These are
handful.
handful. And
Yeah.
these are obviously missing
Yeah.
too, so they're
I-
not possibly around.
Yeah, I love that. I love it when the rings are.
No, I want a box of them around.
Oh right. Yeah, that's what I said. I
Is
said.
that enough?
That's what I said. I like a woman to boss me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Right.
think you'd prefer to boss one around? Maybe it's both of them.
Well, both ways works.
Yeah, I suppose you could too.
Yeah.
Got a music booth as well, very cool.
And I got one.
Got a
Where's the accent from? Is it from London? Are you from London?
well, yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say accent.
my dad's from Southfield,
Oh, is it?
so not London.
What part? Have you just moved down there?
No, but I've been here for years.
Have you? Where you
Yeah.
from? Brooklyn?
I'm not originally from Dublin. I mean,
Yeah.
Look, I moved here when I was a toddler.
What did you?
Yeah, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to live in Ireland.
I know it's shit though. I think it's shit.
Have you? It's not the best, is it?
No.
Nothing happening down here. Nothing fun.
You know what? Manchester's where it's happening.
Yeah.
You know, you've been on it.
I've been about 4 times now.
Is that it?
Thanks to my boyfriend. Yeah, my mum didn't want me to go there, but I've been secretly going with my boyfriend. So.
Oh, right.
Because I couldn't go on my own before, but he's got a car now, so since I've been with him, he's been taking me.
Oh, that's alright.
And I've been to 2 ferries where I've been dressed like this.
What about your girlfriend, the other girl?
Oh, she came as well. She lives in Wales. Yeah, she's about 5 hours away. So we can only see each other like once a year. It's a bit good.
Get her to move in.
I'm trying, but you know.
You'd say, look, yeah, I just come down for the weekend and then kidnap her.
Yeah. So she wants me to go there.
Yeah.
She keeps wanting me to go there and stay for the weekend or whatever. But I said I can't because my mum's more threatened.
What about your boyfriend?
No.
Does he know?
Does he not want?
Does he know that you got her? No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I want to add it to the relationship part of things.
Oh,
Unfortunately, she's got a boyfriend, so
man.
and her boyfriend is quite possessive and jealous.
Oh,
So he doesn't like me. He's threatened by me. He's a bit jealous.
yeah, he will be.
Of me because I remember telling him about Jeremiah's fantastic oral sex skills. He was threatened by that. He thought, oh, I don't want you seeing him again.
Yeah.
But she does anyway. We had a fight. We almost broke up
Yeah.
our friendship. So friendship at the time, we were friends.
Yeah.
And thanks to him, she admitted, she said, I've lost friends before thanks to my boyfriend
Mm.
in the past. And I said, well, don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen with me.
Yeah, don't let it happen.
But that's what he wants.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to have friends. He wants to keep you all to
Yeah,
himself.
all to himself. I've seen people like that.
Because he's like,
Oh.
I don't like to say it because she'd get really pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't think he's good for her.
No, I
I
won't
guess
do.
they don't match each other.
Do they
She's all like, oh, bubbly, and yay.
Oh, fuck
And
yeah.
he's
He's
like-
one of them. Getting miserable then.
Yeah, he's like, he's always on his phone like this. And he ignores her.
I'll probably on the phone to another girl.
Yeah, exactly. He
That's,
said, he's cheated on her.
and she still stuck on.
Mm-hmm. He actually,
Whose fault's that?
and guess what?
You haven't got sick. Please.
A coward, dude.
I wish I could give you one. I've not got any on me.
Too bad. I've got booze to sell, I've got cigarettes to sell,
Oh yeah.
I got a free life.
At least you got a light.
Yeah, I got a life. Well, yeah,
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Nice one. What's your name?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
That was right.
Jeremiah.
Lord Jeremiah. That is actually my title.
Eh?
That is actually my title.
Is it?
Yes. Not even just a character.
No way.
It's real.
I wish I was like Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Get all the shit.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have that mindset. Like you've got to have the mindset that you already have that, and then it'll come through.
I've been looking for
Yeah.
who's submissive.
Yeah.
There's none around here.
No, there isn't. They're all rowdy, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I've had women just like
You're
stare
the
at me.
first one I've seen who's met who's like that, you know what I mean?
He's like, what?
You know, like, what would you say then? You've got a bloody brain of a fish, man. What would you say then?
I don't know. I said I was dominant.
Yeah, that was
and
it.
submissive.
Yeah, yeah, that was
I
it.
wanted to have a submissive woman.
Yeah, there's no submissive women.
No, they're all around here.
Yeah.
And they're like common. They would never submit to anyone.
No.
They're actually quite bossy and
Yeah.
what is it? They're quite domineering.
You're the first one I met who's like that. Shut your phone.
Viewfinder lens.
Oh, right.
So when I do this, it looks like I'm recording people, but I'm actually recording myself.
I know the people.
So when I'm out and about, I have to turn it round so people don't think I'm recording them.
Yeah.
Because people are very funny about being recorded. It's
Yeah,
quite a nightmare because I have to record whenever I go out.
My drone is called, it does everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, tell me about.
Yeah, my drone. I'm going to pull it out in a minute and you'll see the big bright light
Yeah.
from underneath.
It's good.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh, the geese
I
are
just need a wee somewhere, I reckon.
in there. I'm absolutely bursting, but I can't do it. Yeah, I could, but it'd be a whole thing. Oh, here's a dog again. Wolf howls. Hello again.
Yeah.
Nice doggy.
Yes.
Pardon?
Yeah, like you did it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Are you dressing for any party or whatever?
I wish.
Yeah,
I wish I had somewhere to go. But
just dressed
there's nowhere around here.
I know shit.
Shit, I told you. You said it was pretty shit.
Where you from?
I'm from around here.
Ashton.
Yeah.
So you should know that.
You should know. I should know that.
Yeah. Well, nice to see you.
I forget because I don't feel like I'm from around here. Nice to see you too. See you later. Bye bye. Forgot to ask what the dog was. I was gonna ask him, but because he was asking me them questions, it kind of bamboozled me. Forgot to ask him where he's from. Wasn't that funny, that segment about what's that way, you know, encouraging cigarettes and gas? I do kind of advocate smoking, but I don't advocate drinking, driving, and drinking, gambling, and driving. I can't really say I advocate smoking and driving because you can, like for me, when the smoke goes in my eyes, it does blind me a bit. Like it really stings. So it's not very nice. And that can distract you from driving and cause a crash. So I wouldn't recommend smoking and I wouldn't really recommend it. But it's less dangerous than drinking, doing drugs, and gambling and driving, because it is really distracting. Being on your phone as well, being on your phone. I don't know why I'm running. You're not supposed to. Jeremiah does not run. The commoners are out again, laughing and being silly, common peasants. By the way, I'm bursting for a wee, just to let you know. I kind of really want to look in. Are they asleep or something? Because it's dark. There's someone there. Right, look. Why are they in the dark? I can't see. It's all dark inside. Oh, look! Look! It's a kitty! A very fluffy kitty. Oh, that is adorable. Hello, puss. Hello. Ah. Look at the kitty. Oh, I didn't know they had a kitty. Hello. Hello, sweetie pie. Can you hear me? Was there someone there? No. There was someone there, wasn't there, Puss? Sweetie. You want me to howl? I'll howl in a minute. Magic mushrooms, cocaine, too cheap? No weed, too cheap. Let's go to Margate. Those are great plants. Monocle with chain. You mean what I'm wearing, or? So I have to keep an eye on him because of my stuff. So are you staring at me, Puss? Did you wink at me? She winked at me twice. Good kitty. It's okay. It's okay, kitty. I'm your friend. You're a lovely kitty. Oh, I've never seen a black fluffy cat before. I've only ever seen black moggies. I think he's gone. Nobody takes that long to wee. I put the light on, he's there. I put the light on, but it'll just reflect. Oh, she got scared by the man. Kitty! Yes, there's someone else there. Hello. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you on your own? Oh, you're just so adorable. Ah, maybe I should ask that woman if I could look at her cat and just cuddle it. Oh, that is the sweetest. Hello. Vic asked the woman if she'd bring the kitty. I know I shouldn't be looking. If someone's home, I shouldn't be looking in.
What's that?
There's a fluffy black kitty in there.
What?
A fluffy black cat.
What is it?
Yeah, just there. It's so cute.
Look at my drones. This is it.
That's it. Oh, it's all folded up.
Yeah. This is a cover for it.
Oh, it's got a cover. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Mine doesn't have a cover. It just has a box.
Does it?
I keep it in the box, yeah. It's a bit battered.
What, yours?
Yeah.
They're $2,000 for this.
Yeah, no.
Fucking-
I bet. I thought it must be
Yeah, see
expensive.
all the sensors.
Yeah.
That's a sensor, that's a light,
Yeah.
that one's a auxiliary light. So when it's got it brights the whole floor up.
Yeah, it's like a spotlight.
Yeah.
Meow. It's like fudgy. Someone just meowed. Is that yours?
Hey?
Is that yours?
No, no. What was that?
Must be them people who came before that were sat there.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have done that with the, as a cat paw.
Do what?
Pawing things off things like
Oh,
cats
I
do.
love doing that.
Yeah, it's fun. I taught some kids how to do it. They loved it.
Yeah.
But the parents stopped them. They said, stop doing that.
Stop doing it.
Stop being a cat. You're a human. Nah.
Like they do.
Yeah. They were like, stop acting crazy. And I thought, that's implied. I'm crazy though.
Do you know what? I love your accent.
Oh, thank you.
It's an accent that you don't hear every day.
Is it?
Yeah.
What kind of accent is it?
London.
Yeah, Londony.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You sound, what's your accent? Because I can't.
Mine?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
It sounds familiar. It sounds like Waz's accent.
Whose?
You know Waz's?
Who's that?
From Waz's convenience store. It's not there anymore.
Where's that used to be?
One stop now. It's a one stop.
In Ducky?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a corner shop.
Yeah, I think I know who you are.
It was kind of similar to that.
Is it?
More like his brother's accent. Maybe not the same.
And you know, when I'm flying it, I see everything on my screen here.
I was just going to say. So you can take that to Salford and you can be looking.
I can be sat here
Yeah,
and fly it to Salford.
yeah. And you
But-
can see where it's
But-
going.
Yeah, but I'm not that experienced.
It's like you could travel. Yeah, that'd be so cool. It's like you're traveling, but
What?
you're in the same.
Yeah, I'm not that experienced yet.
Oh, that's a shame.
But I will be. I'll get there.
You're still practicing every day.
Yeah.
Ah,
it's like,
yeah.
It's like my new toy. I've only just got it.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Mine was as well. I was very excited until I couldn't fly it.
Have you crashed it yet?
Yeah, a few times. Crashed it on the ceiling
Have you
and
damaged it?
no, it's all right.
Has it got
it's
a
hardy.
cover for the propellers?
No, it's not got a cover.
No, you know what I mean. Like, see, if put the propellers on there.
Yeah.
They usually have like a cage, stop the propellers from crashing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it's not got the cage, unfortunately.
No. Mine's a DJI, look. DJI.
I see.
Maverick.
It looks like a little telly.
Yeah, telly, it is.
It's a little telly. It really is. It's a screen. Black fluffy kitty. I'm sorry you couldn't see it very well. Oh, did it? I'm a little scared because. What was that? Hmm.
No idea.
I thought somebody had come out.
Yeah.
They'll probably close the window. So we're disturbing them. They're trying to sleep. God knows what time it is now.
Time is. I'm not sure.
Can't see.
9:45.
Wow, it's nearly 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be walking and then going home. I've just been here the whole time.
How long you been here?
This area. Must be an hour now.
Yeah.
So I ate here and then I was going to go walk, but it's a bit dark now. Nobody will be able to see my outfit.
Look, my max distance, it's got no limit. It'll just go forever.
Wow, okay, that's cool. No limit. Wow, you could go around the world with it.
Innit?
You should try that.
Yeah, I will do when I get used to it.
Yeah, keep going.
Shows you my battery life as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. If it runs out, you won't be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, look how quality the camera is.
I love it. And it's night time, so you can move it around. That's
Yeah. And it's got zoom.
What the? What was that?
Zoom.
It was
Look.
That's you. That's you.
Yeah, it's a zoom.
I was wondering. Oh, you can see into people's house. Oh, you could fly near people's houses looking.
Yeah.
I'd be so excited.
Looking while they're having sex.
Yeah, I want to do that now. They'll probably arrest you, but then again, they won't know who you are because you'll be far away.
I'll just fly away.
They'll be far away.
Actually, let me park you up there.
I see, the geese have just like splashed in the water. That was the noise we heard, I think. Yeah, 9:45 p.m. Yeah, it was a goose that made that noise.
Was it?
A splash noise with. I thought it was a bang.
What's your name again?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know anyone called Charlie.
Do you not? You do now.
I do, yeah. I like it.
Yeah. What's your number, Jeremiah?
Well, I don't have a business card or anything.
Oh, you don't.
I don't remember it.
No, I like you. It's nice chatting to you.
It's nice to be friends, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Just
nice to know new people.
It is, very much. I agree.
You come here often?
Yeah, fairly often.
When you're in there?
Fairly often. I don't really know. Maybe Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, depends if I'm well. Oh, hello. Oh, it's looking at me. Yeah, it depends if I'm still okay. So I'm worried I'm going to get ill again.
You're going to get what?
I'm worried I'm going to get ill again.
Why? What happened last time?
Because I've been ill.
Why? What was wrong with you?
I don't know. I got all this guitar on my chest and I was coughing forever.
Did you not go doctors?
No, I didn't. It was.
You know what? You should have got cough medicine.
Yeah.
The Lemsip version.
Yeah, I got it now.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had one.
You know the best time to have them is at night.
Yeah.
Just before you go to sleep.
I did that, but I threw it up.
Did you? You should have had it again.
I was coughing and coughing and coughing, and then I threw it all up.
Oh shit.
Everything I ate and drank, and the medicine and everything, the pills.
That's no good.
I didn't take pills, but I took something else, and then I threw it all up.
Did you?
Yeah. I didn't have it again because I thought maybe my body's rejecting it. You never know.
Probably not used to it. That's what it'll be.
So yeah, I'm still not fully over it. So I'm not really supposed to be going out, especially at night when it gets cold. So.
I know. You know what? The temperature just drops at night.
Yeah, it has. It really does drop, doesn't it?
Yeah. Fucking hell, I'm freezing now. I've got this thin ass coat.
My hands are freezing.
Yeah. Same.
My body feels all right, but my hands are absolutely freezing. My head.
Your body will feel alright. Look at all the coats you got on.
Yeah. I've got 4 layers. I've got 4 layers on.
Oh, I like your finger neck chain.
What?
Neck chain, I like that.
Oh yeah, look at this. It's like a monocle on a chain.
Yeah, no, that neck brace. What you got on?
It's got
You know, on your neck.
Oh, this the.
Yeah. The collar.
Yes, it's like
All
the
I'm
sun,
missing now is the chain,
the sun god collar.
so it can be the submissive one.
I've got a thing. I've got a tag that you can go on
Have you
it.
not got a chain?
I've not got a chain.
You know what? I used to be into that. You know, I've got a friend who's into dominatrix and that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I love all that.
it's good, isn't it?
BDSM and that.
Yeah, I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but
I had a mistress and she was so ace. She was fucking.
yeah, the mistress.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Oh yeah. They don't. Do you know what? They don't offer the male equivalent.
Pardon?
They don't offer the male
What
equivalent,
do you mean?
like a dominatrix male, dominant
No,
man.
no. Yeah, you do. You get the submissive and the finger one.
Yeah, I want a submissive one.
Yeah.
I want a submissive female,
Yeah.
or a male or a dominant male, just to like experiment.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I've done that with the mistress, where she goes, we'll take turns. You be the dominant one. And I'll be
Oh,
and we both did it, and we loved it.
and you do the off. Yeah, you
Yeah.
take turns. Yeah, it's quite fun.
Maybe we can do that one
I
day.
don't know about that. I don't know about that. My boyfriend wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
He's only okay with me dating other girls.
Why is that?
Sorry, just girls. I said other girls, as in other than Becky. Not other than me.
Yeah, well, not wrong watching.
What?
Not wrong in watching. Eh?
You might watch my live stream right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit, dude. So I have
Cut
to
it
be,
off.
unfortunately, I have to be careful what I'm doing. So.
Cut it off.
Mute it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just save the. Let me just save it because
Yeah.
it's quite interesting. I'm just gonna reply to this.
Mm.
It's like my hands are so cold.
Oh, I know. They've gone freezing.
I should have brought my gloves. I usually bring gloves in my bag.
Yeah, but we didn't think it would be that cold, though.
I know. It's supposed to be a heat wave coming up in a few days.
Heat wave, it's bloody ice cold.
I know. I don't want a heat wave though, because then I won't be able to dress like this anymore.
With a ponytail.
I'd have to wear a ponytail. A phony ponytail.
No, I mean a bum tail.
No, I get it. This one minute. Put that down. I'm gonna try and put up a ponytail though. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks alright.
Yeah, I like it. It's a bit dark on the camera, so I can't
You
see.
look like a dominant one now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
I'm missing the levers now.
You what?
Oh, you're missing out on the levers.
Oh yeah.
The lever gear and that.
Right, well, better get home. My mum's gonna moan otherwise.
Yeah.
I'll see you again soon.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you anyway.
Nice seeing you.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye bye. That was hilarious, but I didn't want to take it too far. Did you hear that? He was suggesting that we did dominatrix stuff. Yeah, Wednesday for us as well. It's gonna be a heat wave. Wednesday. You know what this means, don't you? He told me to mute it, and I'm like, I'm not muting it. Because I want everything said on camera as proof of evidence. Sorry, it fell down. As proof of evidence. Proof of evidence. Yeah. Oh no, my tissues!
Oh, you don't want to be tissue?
Oh, do you want to practice? Pick them up.
Go on then.
Pick them up for me.
Yes, missus.
Thank you.
Yes, missus.
That's very good. There we go.
I told you I like all that.
Brilliant, isn't it? See you later. Yeah, why not? Why not? Well, he just get concerned about you. He gets, yeah, yeah, possibly.
About 7 o'clock.
Yeah, sounds about right. See ya. Did you hear that? I know how far to take these things, so don't worry. I know he's concerned. Jay. We'll call him Jay, right? Hey, Jay and Jay, because I'm Jeremiah, so I'm Jay. Lord Jay. People call me Lord Jay, you know. Anyway, yeah, so Jay and Jay. Oh. And to distinguish between the two of us, for short, you call me Jero. People call me Jer, but that's hard to say. It's Jero or Jerome. I told that security guard I was called Jerome, remember? That's because I thought, oh, he's probably sussing me out because he's probably been told that I'm banned from the shop. So he's trying to get information out of me, but he's acting like he's interested, like he's being a buddy. But he's probably just trying to get information out of me because Jerry's fine, I suppose, yeah. Somebody called me Jerry Meyer, like Jerry, and then Meyer's like last name, Jerry first name, Meyer last name. I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty good. Yeah, so Jay and some other people, it's mainly him, is like concerned that I talk to weirdos and it could be dangerous and stuff. But I know how far to take it. Like, I know what I'm doing. I don't know that people like that are he's concerned about me and all, but it kind of makes it seem like either they don't trust me or like they don't think that I'm aware. Like, he said, oh yes, you were doing this in all innocence, but they weren't so innocent with the way they were thinking. Oh cool, they made a path at last. Cool. Like, it's kind of, it's a little bit like, oh yeah, they can say they're concerned about me, but it's also a little bit insulting because it's kind of like they don't think I'm competent enough to look after myself and competent enough to sort of realise that it could be a potentially dangerous like position I'm putting myself in and that I can't handle myself. So although I appreciate the concern, I like these people to realise that I'm not daft and that I know how far to take these things. And he was concerned because I give my contact details to people that are clearly don't have good intentions, or they're like low quality type people or something. Like, he said he's concerned because of the quality of people, and I agree. Like, the kind of people that I normally attract are usually what I call low quality people, or they're just like creeps or something. Sometimes same thing, of course. It's that mass. I can see a mass. Look at this. Still banned from the starting M stuff. Oh yes, yes I am, but not the other one. I don't think I'm banned from the other one. The security guard is probably just told to keep an eye on me. And that's why he's getting information. Either that or he doesn't recognise me and he's just like really genuinely interested. Right, I don't really want to hang around because it's a bit late and I don't want getting ill again. So. Wrong species. But we do go. Plenty of small burbs. Yeah, the hooligans are about. I don't really want to hang out. Although they are leaving now, so I suppose we can hang out a little. Actually, looks like he's coming back. Oh no, he's going further away. Do you know what? From afar, I can't always tell if people are coming or going. Like, literally. Yeah, see, people like that make me uncomfortable. Like, teenagers and young people, depending on their look, do make me feel uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie. But you have to, like, pretend that we're not to care. We don't care. But they do make you feel comfortable. Because you know that they're not very nice people. And that they're probably thinking of... Hello, you. Yes, I know. You don't want to be disturbed. Fair enough. I'll leave you alone. Trying to sleep. I know. I get it. I'm gonna go. Hello. Hello, cutie. I'm not gonna hurt you. What was that? How is the situation at home? Right. It's a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you something now. I was supposed to be giving you life lessons, by the way. I'm so sorry that we didn't do that. Just wait till I get home or in a bit. But I'm gonna tell you the story. Hello. Hello, you. I'd feed them, but I don't want to excite them. They are trying to get to sleep. Oh, there's the ducklings. Hang on, let me just put the light on. Enable flash. Oh, they are adorable. It's okay. I don't want to get too close because I really don't want to disturb them. Even though the light's probably disturbing them. Oh. Jerry. Boss and Jeremiah is the dominant one. Correct. Yes, we heard on stream. I'm glad you heard. Very cute. I'm glad I've got to see him anyway. I know people complain that the contents weren't the title, so I will be talking about the title stuff. But let me tell you the story. Okay, so I was to go to Liverpool on Saturday with my boyfriend. Obviously, he's taking me. And before, like for the whole week, because I've been ill, my mum said that on Saturday I should just go local. Because, you know, I'm ill and stuff. And if I didn't feel up to it, I could just come straight home. Like, it would be a shorter trip home. If I started to feel unwell or couldn't breathe or whatever. Or coughing my guts up and couldn't stand it, I'd be closer to home. And yeah, she's right. But then on the night before on Friday, she said, unfortunately, I had to go in the living room because I thought my medicine was in there. It wasn't. But I wish I hadn't gone in there because she said, so where are you going on Saturday? Or should I say tomorrow? And I said, I'm going to Liverpool. And she said, of course you are. Because she knows I'm going to disobey her or something. Well, it's not about disobeying, it's like, you know, she's concerned for me and everything. Hello, gooses. Hello, gooses. I do have bread, but I can't get it. I can get it. I can. Sorry, it's looking at me. I can't see good. They don't know where it's going. I can't see it. Oh, they see it now. No, they can't see it. Oh, I saw that one. Oh, okay. They can't see very good at night. I thought they had night vision. Yeah, that's right. And she acts like it's about my own safety. Like, I think that's why I lost my confidence. Because I fully believed that the world was a dangerous place, like my mum kept trying to tell me it was. So I was too scared to do anything on my own. So that's how you know, dependent on her. And I only ever went out with her. This is what I was saying before. That I've been pretty much groomed to believe that the world is a scary place. Alright, they're bored now. Okay. So I never stepped out of my comfort zone. And I always sort of kept my comfort zone, which was at home or going like out with her. And then when I started going out on my own, I stuck to like the local areas. Like I haven't even been further afield on my own yet. You know, like via tram or train or whatever the fuck. I'm getting annoyed because my nose is dribbling and my hands are completely 100% full, so I'm gonna have to put everything down on the floor. As usual, I don't have a... What's this? Fuck! Get in my fucking pocket, you fucking dickhead! Oh, shit in hell. Sorry, I get really frustrated because I'm always carrying a load of things. And I can't do anything because I've never got hands-free. I need to get a tissue out because I haven't got one handy out. That's really good and responsible. He's wearing high vis and he's got lights. Very good, very good. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. Not everybody does that when they've got on the bike, and they should. And they should ring the bells as well, especially if they're behind you. Anyway, yeah, she clearly would keep you in a small box and not let you leave. And she's been like that ever since I was young. Like most kids would be going out on their own at about like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe even before then. They'd be going out either on their own or with the mates. Whereas I wasn't allowed to go out on my own. I mean, I was allowed to go out with my mates, but I mean, nobody ever wanted to because they like coming to my house and my garden and stuff. So we never really used to go out. But when I met these local kids, and I started hanging out with them, like in the church area, and we didn't like play on the streets or anything or go for walks, but we did go to like their area called the estate. We called it the estate, and I used to play with my friends plus the local kids that lived on that estate. So they weren't friends, but they were like playmates, and I played with all of them, and we didn't really bond or anything. I only bonded with one of them, but I played with all of them. But then unfortunately when she moved to Staley Bridge, lost touch with her, unfortunately. So I lost all the friends that I'd gained because they didn't bother with me after that. But then a couple of years later, a couple of the kids that lived on the estate came to visit me, and I made friends with them, both of them. Unfortunately, they had a fight, and Vicky like told me about it and said that I should be friends with her and not Chloe. So I ended up being friends with her and not Chloe, even though Chloe just lived down the street from me. And it's really sad because I would have liked to have become friends with Chloe, because she was, I don't know. I mean, Vicky, I'm not going to lie, Vicky ended up being a terrible friend. And she made me feel like absolute garbage about myself. She was like covertly abusive. She pretty much made me feel like shit by saying that her friend Megan and her would do all these fun things, and they would play on the computer together, and basically I was a crappy friend because I wouldn't let her play on the computer. Boone! It's the boot! And she was just like a horrible person. She was just like really horrible. And she said she was bored, and basically I should entertain her and like think of all these fun things that we can do, because her and a friend always like came up with fun things to do, but I was pretty much rubbish. And she told me that she was better than me because she had more friends than me. And this all started because we were arguing about the fact that she ripped her skirt on one of the pieces of furniture that was like a bit jagged. It was a broken screw. Hello. It was a broken screw, and she ripped her skirt on it, and she blamed me. She blamed me for the fact that she ripped her skirt on the broken screw. And it's like, well, it's not my responsibility to fix it. But she, like I say, she blamed me, and it turned out into where she was saying that she was better than me because she had more friends than me. So basically I was a shit person because I didn't have friends. Also said, exactly, Sean. I'm getting more confident now. I'm more independent. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo. Unfortunately, I'm still slightly dependent on my mum, and I'm still slightly dependent on Jay. Woo, woo, woo. But I need to not be, really. I'm building up to it. Of course, I don't want him to get a big head on him. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. I can't believe whoever gave me a second like took the like away. Absolute fuck you. Absolute fuck you for taking the second like away. So I've had up to about 6 people watching this stream and I've only gotten 1 like throughout the whole thing, and that's just pathetic. That's just shit. Absolute like away. Did you hear that? Little it's like a broken woof. That's what my dog used to do. He used to just do like these little broken It was funny. Yeah, take baby steps with confidence, don't push yourself too hard. And I said, well, actually it makes me a better person because I don't have as many friends as her, because it gives me time to think and develop my own thoughts and opinions and my own person. Whereas when you're always around lots of friends, you tend to take on their personalities, thoughts and opinions, and you don't have like a chance to develop your own. But I didn't really explain that properly, and she said, what? Of course I think. If I didn't think, I wouldn't be alive, she said. And I said, not that kind of think. I mean, really think, like have time to yourself and think for yourself and not think about what other people are saying and doing and like taking on their personalities and likes and dislikes. Because that tends to happen when people are around the same people all the time, especially if they're bad influences. They tend to take on each other's, or one person takes on all of the others' personal. So like, for instance, if they thought that, I don't know, dressing like, say for instance, like wearing tails and ears was cool, but their friends didn't think it was a good idea, they would stop doing it. But they'd stop doing it to please the friends. And not only that, they would also say wearing tails and ears is weird and stupid. So they might think that wearing tails and ears is cool, but because they want to fit in with the friends, if the friends are more dominant, then they will not only stop doing it, but they'll be like, well, wearing tails and ears is weird and strange. So then then that one person who did think that wearing tails and ears was cool now is, sort of believes that wearing tails and ears is weird and people shouldn't do it. And that's how, because a lot of the kids around here that have come to bully me and harass me, they used to think that my character was cool. Like, they thought it was cool that I dressed as a wolf. They thought it was cool that I howled and everything. But then the next minute, they all said it was weird, and that, I think when I was about 17 or 18 or something, they said, aren't you too old for the wolf life now? And it's like, you thought it was cool, but you've been brainwashed by your friends into thinking it's weird. You can do this at any age. There's no age limit to being an animal, for fuck's sake. Like, you do know animals are grown-ups. Like, animals can be grown-ups. Grown-up humans can dress up. Like, grown-ups can do whatever they want. Like, grown-up animals exist, and grown-up humans can just dress up however they want and be whoever they want. I thought all these kids said they wanted to be individuals and they wanted to be unique. Well, they're not. They tend to just, when they're in a big group, they tend to take on the personalities of the group. And one of them, again, might think it's bad to harass and bully people, like me, for instance. But they get roped into doing it because they want to fit in, and they don't want to be bullied and harassed like I am. They think, well, I don't like the way they're treating Wolfie, as they call me around here. I don't like the way my friends treat Wolfie, but I'm going to do the same thing because I don't want to get treated like they treat Wolfie. So I'm not going to stick up for Wolfie or disagree or say, well, I'm not being your friends. If you're going to continue doing it, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. And then because they know that if they stop being friends with them, they will turn their bullying tactics on them. And that is why the ones who did like me and think I was cool and think the way I dressed and acted and stuff was cool, they start to agree with their friends that I'm a shit, pretty much. They start to agreeing with their friends that I'm weird and strange and I shouldn't be dressing as an animal, I'm too old for it, I'm, you know, just weird and what have you. And it's like, yeah, fuck that, I'm weird, yeah, okay. It's boring being normal. And I've made my peace that I'm an alien from outer space and don't fit in with humans. I'm cool with it. It makes me more powerful. Because guess what? It puts me out of the loop. And being out of the loop means I can develop my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own style, my own person. And, you know, while other people are saying, no, you are just an ordinary Joe, you can't be like the ruler, you can't be this, you can't be that. I'm like, well, yeah, I can. Like, I'm not being influenced by other people. I'm removed from other people, meaning that I can make up my own mind as to what I want to be. So that's why it's actually me being on my own and not having all these people influencing me is a good thing. I will repeat, individuals tend to take on the personalities of the group and think just like them. So they cease to be individuals. And they cease to be amazing because they're just like all the rest. Anyway, so that wasn't it. I wasn't intending for that to be the life lesson, actually. By the way, for this, I said this video is the supreme ruler gives life lessons, but that's one of them. I'll tell you about the life lesson in a minute. But before I do that, I'm going to just answer Sean. So, in other words, my mum was not happy that I was going to Liverpool. Because I would be too far away. And she's actively trying to turn me against Jake. She's actively trying to poison me against him. She keeps telling me there's all these red flags he's showing and he's abusive, potentially. And as soon as he gets me alone, like living with him or whatever, I'll be trapped because he's trying to... So I told him, like, you know, if we moved, he wants to move to where he lives, which is an hour away. And she said, yep, there we go. He wants to take you away from family and friends. Somewhere where you don't know and you don't know anyone. And that's what abusers do. And that's one of the red flags. It's like, it was fucking my idea. If he was abusive, it would be his idea. He's not been the one wanting me to move out. He's not been the one wanting to live with me. I was the one who mentioned it. I was the one who said it would be cool to live together. I will admit, he did suggest living where he lives. But that's because he knows I'm sort of open to living somewhere else, like far, far away. And he said I'd rather live where I live, which is a nice place. So I said, I wouldn't mind. But you know what, just in case my mum is right, I think I will insist on living closer by. But, you know, like, just do it cautiously anyway. I'm not gonna lie, there has been some things that I've not been happy about, but I feel like he's really good for me. I don't know, we have these great conversations, he encourages me to be me, he's very patient, he helps me a lot, he's offered to help me with my career. And my mum thinks they're all red flags too. It's like, oh yes, of course he is, because he thinks he's losing you, so of course he's gonna... I thought he only thinks he's losing me because you've poisoned me against him. And then I started acting weird because I was unsure. And he knows it too, because he sensed it. And we had this chat. Because he's suspicious that my mum is trying to poison me against him. And he's not happy about it, so he has been grilling me about it. Well, if he watches this stream, then you'll know that pretty much she thinks that he's showing a bunch of red flags, and also it's a possibility that he's not real. I'm not, like I say, I'm not denying that the red flags are like a thing, but I think it might be being blown up a bit. I feel like they're more like just normal human flaws rather than red flags. Like, no one's perfect, and if they are, she'd say, well, they're potentially abusive. Because I've also been told that people acting too perfect and charismatic is like them just being on their best behaviour to fool you and to fool other people. It's not about putting her to receive Sean. It's the fact that she thinks of him as a threat. In fact, she thinks every one of my boyfriends and friends that I've ever had have been a threat. If she had her own way, I would just be living permanently at home, never going out, and just being at her beck and call night and day, morning, noon and night. Like, just in, cooking and cleaning and waiting on a hand and foot. That's what she really wants. As she used to keep saying. She used to complain, saying, well, you're supposed to be looking after me. You're not supposed to be going out hither, there and everywhere. You're supposed to be my carer, and you're supposed to be my 24/7 carer. So she literally said she wants me pretty much 24/7 at the house looking after her. She said, you can't go out for more than 10 minutes because I need you. And then, like I say, when I started to want more independence, it wasn't without being given a hard time. But she's had to learn to accept it, especially when she knew I was telling people about everything. And I told her straight that people think that the way she's treated me is not right. And sort of stifling me from having my own life and my own friends. Of course, she gets offended by that, but eventually she sort of accepts it and starts eventually letting me do what I want and go out for longer. And she's kind of accepted now that she has to do more for herself, especially if I move out. I don't know what she's going to do when I move out, because she really does need... She can do some things for herself, but not everything. And the more she does, even the things she can do, the more she does, the more pain she gets in. So that's why I'm not sure about leaving on her own permanently, because she refuses to get carers. She refuses to get help. So, and she has, like I say, she's tried doing everything herself. And she gets this really terrible pain in her lower leg. And I have to come in and rub it until it eases. It's like cramp. It's like a really seized up muscle and nerves. So I have to rub it until it goes down. And this is what happens every single time she does too much. And imagine if I left home, she'd have to do absolutely everything. Push herself to possibly destruction. Like where she's destroying her body even more. And then she's in like excruciating pain. And this is why I'm not sure about leaving her. This is why I've not done it. Like, people probably think, why haven't you done anything about it? In fact, there is one person who says, well, if you're not happy, then fucking leave. But don't keep tormenting this old person by being a shit carer that you are, or being a shit this, or whatever it is that he said. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, it's not that easy. I'm actually staying to help her. Even though I was unhappy doing it, and my mum's unhappy because I'm not that good at being a carer, because it's just not what I want to do. So I've not really been putting my 100% in. When I did try putting my 100% in, I was even more miserable, because my life was just cooking, cleaning, and just like slaving away for her. And like I say, that's when I lost myself and I became really depressed. So I can't do it. I can't put 100% in being a carer, otherwise I'll lose myself. But if I completely stop, my mum's got nobody. She refuses to get carers in because she doesn't want strangers looking after her, she says. So she's pretty much screwed. She won't have me anymore, but she won't have anyone else in. She's got no friends and family, so yeah, pretty screwed. So I don't know what to do, so that's why I don't move. I thought it was because I was scared, but yeah, I am scared. I'm scared that she really is gonna struggle, like she's gonna be as evil as I am. I cannot stand for people, especially people I love, to be in excruciating pain like she used to get in. I just can't do that. I keep thinking, oh, it's because I'm selfish. Woo, woo, woo. That dog just wants company. Hi, friend. Woo. It's not being a guard dog, it just wants a friend. It's lonely. Aw. I don't feel threatened by that dog at all, it just wants a friend. There's someone behind me. Oh, it's just that guy. It's alright. So yeah, I always believe that the reason why I'm not moving out like I said I'm going to is because I'm just scared to move out and be on my own. I think I'd be alright. Hiya. Yeah, I'm more scared about her being on her own and not being able to cope and being in pain. I'm just, like I say, she refuses help. So, it's the peacocks making noises. The peacocks are responding to the dog. Wait, and that's an owl. That's not a peacock. Can't he meet your mum? Yeah. Just like with Brad and Becky now. They've kind of made it, you know, they kind of hate each other, so meeting's not an option. Because Brad and my mum, Jay and my mum have both been bad-mouthing each other, and of course I'm the in-betweener, so I'm kind of been telling each other what each other's been saying. So of course they now hate each other, so meeting is not an option now. You are in a very tough position. There's no right decision. It's hard to do one thing or another. I've made my decision. I am going to move out. I've just got to make peace with the fact that my mum, it's her responsibility to look after herself now, and that she'll just have to do, you know, I just got to trust that she will make the right decision and she will get carers in, which I've been told she will. A woman called Bowling Bun, or Bowling Bun, as my text-to-speak thing agent says it, Bowling Bun, is Bowling Bun, says, my mum is using me for survival, and if I go away, she will do whatever it takes to survive. So she will make the decision to get carers in, even if she doesn't want to and she's reluctant, which she keeps telling me she is. She will get carers, because she's not about to suffer and struggle. She's only acting like she's going to suffer and struggle because she's trying to manipulate me into sticking around, because she'd rather have the devil carer that she knows rather than a devil stranger carer. You know? So I've already made the decision, and it's the right decision. I can feel it. As much as I don't know, because I haven't done it yet and I've not experienced it, no one can tell me out, can they? No one can tell me either way what life is going to be like for me personally on my own, because some people have a hard time of it, some people have an easy time of it, some people, like I say, unexpected things get thrust upon them and they have to deal with it. It's like they're being tested, really. People are always being tested to see how much they can handle. So I'm kind of worried that, you know, life's gonna throw me some difficult decisions. It's like I've already been thrown one, which is, do I stick to being my mum's virtual slave, or do I go and just trust that my mum will make the right decision? So I've got to trust that my mum has been manipulating me all this time, and that in reality, if I were to leave, she would just do the right thing and get herself a carer, and I wouldn't have to worry about her. So in this, as much as it's a horrible thing to know, if this could actually help me, you know, the fact that, because I will admit I had a hard time taking it in that my mum was manipulating me and abusing me and treating me like garbage. It was really hard to, it wasn't just hard to hear, but when I finally processed it, I fucking cried, because it was just so heartbreaking to think that the one person who's raised me and been there for me throughout my life has actually been abusing me all these years, but covertly, you know? It's fucking tragic. Your own mother, like anyone else, even your father, but your mother, that is the worst. And then when I learned that, I thought, I tried to believe that my dad was better, but he's not. He's just as bad, but in a different way. My dad ignores me. He doesn't care about me. In fact, I told him what was happening at home. Thank you, Sean. Very grateful. Took long enough though for anyone to give me another light. Jeez. I'm not blaming you, but I've literally reminded people several times, and normally that works. But this time it was very hard to get likes out of people. People refused, even though I've had about up to 6 people watching. So that was quite yeah. It's so, but in other words, what I glean from this is that the 6 people who have been watching, well, the other people. So obviously we've had Issa and Sean and Anthony, I mean. So whoever the extra 2 were, 3 are just pretty much my enemies, in other words. And they're just watching, waiting for me to make a boo-boo so that they can come and pounce in some way. So I've got to be very careful what I say on my streams, because I know people are always watching, waiting for me to make a blunder or do something that can incriminate myself. Oh look, there's Nicholson Damhell Square Street. Ooh! It's not them actually, it's, you know, there's 2 for some reason. There's 2 Nicholson Damhell Square Street. Boo! I don't know why there's 2 of them, but there is. And it's the second from here. It's the second one. That's the bad place where all the hooligans live. Well, I'm ready to swing banhammer if hooligans arrive. Thanks, Issa. I'm glad to hear it. You're very kind. Love ya. Damn it, maybe I should move in with you. I wanna, well, not necessarily move in with you, but live close to where you live so I have a friend. Let's get married. Ugh. There's a few people I love now, so it's definitely good that I'm polyamorous, isn't it? It's the thing, really, because anyone I was with, I would love equally, to be honest. None of them would have any cause to be jealous or whatever, because I would love all of my polyamory partners equally. It depends. I mean, if they're horrible to me, then obviously I'll love them less, or not at all. But you know, if they all treat me really good, and I wouldn't pick favourites or anything. I just love them all equally for maybe different reasons. I look like I'm boozing. Pretend this is booze. I'm boozing. Because Jeremiah boozes. He's a boozer. Do you want to know why he boozes? I'll tell you a secret. Right, he was flying an aeroplane with passengers on it, like a big holiday aeroplane, and there was a storm, and he said over the tannoy thing, he went doom. Like he just said doom. He said, "This is your captain speaking, doom." It's so funny. And then basically he was admitted all this in the AA meeting, or is it AAA, or is it, Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. It's just that, which one do the Americans have, because they have, it's different there. Because one of the AAs or AAAs or whatever it is a car rescue person. So if you break down, they come and get you. But it's the other way around in America. It's like one of them is AAA and the other one's AA. And it's like the other way around, depending on whether it's America or England. Anyway, whatever the British version is, he was at one of those Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. And he was telling the story of why he was an alcoholic. And he said it's because I pretty much crashed a plane full of passengers, and he has that guilt on his conscience that he killed a bunch of people because they were in his... It wasn't his fault why the storm happened and the crash, but obviously he blames himself because he was responsible for the lot, all them people dying or getting injured. So he said that's why he's an alcoholic, because he has a guilty conscience and he's trying to dull the pain with booze. But do you know what he said when he said, "Hello, my name is Jeremiah and I'm an alcoholic"? You know when they say that? He said, "Hello, my name is Jeremiah and I'm an abuser. I take drugs and I'm an alcoholic," and like a bunch of other stuff. But he said it all quietly before he then said alcoholic. And he basically said that the reason why all of these things happen is because he boozed. So it's like, because he crashed the plane and killed the people, he boozed. But because he boozed, he also like became an abuser. So it's like this, is it a cycle? I don't know. Not a cycle exactly, but it's just like a thing where it just keeps... It's called the something effect anyway, it's not a cycle. It's where one disastrous thing leads to another disastrous thing, and it just keeps going on like that. Whatever that is, I think it's called... I don't know, there's a name for it. I know there's a butterfly effect, but I'm not sure if that's really what it is, but I don't think it is. I'm not really sure. But anyway, someone's left the church lights on. Oh, naughty, naughty. They're always doing that. Fucking useless church looker after a clerk people. I always forget to turn the damn lights off. Fucking useless. And they're eating up all the electricity, but guess what? They don't care because they get their electricity paid for. The Reverend gets his electricity paid for, his bills paid for, free holidays, free house, free everything. I should have become a fucking vicar. Damn it. Well, it's never too late to change career paths, I suppose. It's just that I'm not really sure that I'd be good at doing sermons, unless they were just like written for me or something. Oh, actually no, I'd be bloody good at doing sermons because I've already done some. I haven't written them down, but I have done them like on the spot. You know, like it just comes to you on the spot. I have actually done sermons, so I don't know. I'm not sure if Jeremiah would be a priest, but he definitely wants to preach to people. So he calls himself the bringer of truth. So, and he's also kind of a prophet as well. He's a bit of a prophet. So, hey, found my keys first. Put hand in bag. Whoop whoopie whoop whoop. Oh, anyway, one of the life lessons that's brought to you by the Supreme Ruler is that everything you write down will come true. So be very careful what you say and be very careful what you write down, because what you say and what you write down does come true. And I am proof of evidence of that, because everything written has come true. We're probably going to be in trouble now for being out so late and not texting my mum. Hello, Mama. I'm kicking a bunch of things because I can't see. Oh, there you go. That was a bit delayed. Bloody bags of rubbish. Can't wait to take these shoes off. They're killing my ankles. Not as bad as their other shoes, though. Well, that... Oh, is it my locks? Ooh, exciting. Yeah, another, if you want to call it eccentricity about me, I've always liked locks. I used to just buy locks as a kid, just to have them, not to use them, just because I liked them. I used to go to fucking Bottom Dollar and get locks every time we went to Staley Bridge. Hey, look at this, I got some! Oh, cool! I don't like this one as much because it's a big one. I used to get tiny ones. It turns out when I was older, I needed them for a reason, the little ones. To lock my diaries. The little boxes. That That is amazing. Oh, I made a book. Well, it's not finished, but I made a bookmark. I'm going to draw some art on it and then I'm going to laminate it and it'll be my bookmark. Oh, that reminds me, I'm selling bookmarks. I'm making them and I'm selling bookmarks. So if you want a bookmark, contact me and I will do your personalized bookmark with a blank piece of paper. I will do art, or I'll put whatever you want on it, and then I will laminate it and then send it to you via the post. So yeah, that's the thing. That's a new business. All you have to do is donate to my PayPal. Like tell me how much you think they're worth, right? And then just send me that. Just send me that. Oh, I am so sorry. I should have done that off camera. Excuse me. I'm still very catarrhal. I'm still absolutely full of it, so please excuse me. Anyway. How's my marker? I'm gonna Thank you very much. You're very kind. I appreciate the compliment. I wish I had the. Wow, it's all muddy already. My new shoes are muddy. Yeah, I still got the tags on them because I don't know if I'm keeping them yet. So, of course, I have to drive all the way to Liverpool to fucking return them. But oh well. I'm willing. But yeah, I think I'll keep them. They weren't that bad. They were just a bit painful, but not as painful as them other ones. Anyway, my wings are upstairs, so forgive me. But it's nice and warm in here. I was freezing. I think I'm gonna have to take this off. You look so beautiful, Jeremiah. Thank you, Angel. Oh yes, I know you. You're from. You probably don't want me to tell you. You probably don't want me to tell people where I know you from. But if you do, then that's fine. I personally not ashamed of anything that I like or do or what makes me me anymore. So yeah, but I know some people are. It's like I knew this guy who was a teacher and he was into like BDSM and he didn't want to be on camera because of his work and he didn't want his work people to like know that he was into BDSM. And like, so fucking what? It's your private life. So even if like they found out that you're into that kind of thing, like who fucking cares? As in I'm telling his peers that, not him. It shouldn't matter. Like if you're good at your job, it shouldn't matter what you're into in your private life. Like, have I got? There's a That was very scary. There was a fucking bug in my hair. Not a little tiny one, a huge one. It's on the floor right now. My natural instinct tells me to fucking kill it, but I'm not gonna. How did that get in my head? It doesn't fly. At least I don't think so. It's not a flying bug. Hang on, I better check my hair. Shit, where's the mirror? Oh god, I'm scared now. I've got more of the fucking things in my hair. I kept feeling something moving and stuff. I thought, oh, that's not a normal itch. There's something in my hair, and I was like trying to get it out, and then something fell. Oh my god, that was terrifying. Oh god, I hate that. That's like one of my things that I am afraid of happening. Like a kind of phobia. It's not like the worst phobia I have, but it's like one of. There'll be something in my hair or in my clothes that's gonna fucking sting me or something. Or I don't know. Ugh. Oh my god, that was insanely terrifying. What if there's more? That's why I don't like it when them bloody green flies come at you. Because they stick to your hair and don't let go. Anyway. Hopefully that... Fingers crossed that was the only one in my hair. Because I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway. So... I am the Jeremiah-riest of Jeremiahs. And I realise he's calling me Jeremiah because that is my name on the site that we met on. There's my ruler of the universe palette. Ruler of all hell palette. There's the universe's hell. By the way, you know how people talk about heaven and hell? I know what hell is, and it's real. I just want to let you know. And it's really scary, and you don't want to go there. I do recommend, right, living a life that you are very happy with and that you are not going to regret, because I don't really know if I should tell people what hell really is, because you will become paranoid. You will, like, you know when people say striking the fear of God into people? It's kind of like that, but not God. It's just basically scaring the life out of people. People will take care if they knew what hell really was. It's not like Hell of a Boss or whatever. It's not like Has Been Hotel. I mean, I would be happy if that was hell. I would be really happy with that. In fact, I've heard that hell is where you go there and you get, like, for instance, you get this insatiable thirst and you ask for a drink and the demon will give you a drink and you drink it and it's like the stuff that burns you inside and you're still thirsty, but now you're in pain as well. You're in agony because it's like acid. Like, they give you a drink of acid and then, like, you're thirsty again. So the pain will subside, but then you're thirsty again. And it's terrible. And then you're like, I really need a drink. So you drink acid again. It's like that, like, perpetual fucking drinking acid and being very thirsty and very hungry. And then you get food and it's like, ugh, you know, it's fucking worse than that, I'm telling you. At least you have company. At least you have company. It's fucking worse. And there was like one example where they were like, shh. In this comedy, they shoved a pineapple up Hitler's ass and made him wear a tutu. You probably know that film. My mum hated that film. She said it was dead crap. I thought it was cool. Bit cheesy, but kind of cool. I believe people get sent to a spiritual prison before Judgment Day, and then the sentence is given heaven or hell. Yeah, the spiritual prison is called Limbo, or Limbo Land. And we saw that in Toothless. There's a film called Toothless, and it's where she dies, and she gets sent to Limbo Land before she's given her judgment. I wish that was true, though. I wish everything you said was true, but I'm afraid. Wrong. I've seen it, okay? I've been there. So I actually have, I mean, I can't say proof because it's an experience, but it's really plausible. It's like, it's not out there, you know, it's not like a magic, you know, people say like a magical thing. It's actually worse than anyone can ever imagine. Or better, depending on, like I say, if you live a really good life and you have no, like, guilt on your conscience, then you're fine. But, yeah. But it's like, it's kind of like, if people are hard as nails and they don't have any guilt, but they should be guilty of stuff, then I don't know about that, but it could be a case of they're made to feel that before they die. So that would be the judgment thing. You know, when they say that life flashes before your eyes before you die, it might be like that. Even for someone who's hard as nails and doesn't care, like going through life. But they will be made to care on their deathbed. And then Judgment Day. So I reckon that I shouldn't tell people. We'll just stick to it as people think it. God, that scared the shit out of me. We'll just stick to it as people think, like that you go to a place and there's a fiery pit and there's demons there to touch you. Let's just leave it at that, because the reality will fucking make you paranoid. It will make people think, though. I guess that's not. Everybody will believe it, even non-believers will fucking believe it. And if they don't, it's because they're in denial. Because a lot of people don't believe in it and they think, well, when you die, there's just nothing, and it's just, you're sort of free of the burdens of life and like suffering. Yeah, I should warn you. No. You won't be free of shit when you die. I mean, I kind of hope that's true. Like, I hope that it's either nothing or you go to a place. Like, personally, I have grown up to believe that when you die, you don't go to heaven or hell. You get reborn. So you get a second chance. So basically what happens is, if you've been a bad person in your life, when you die, your soul goes into a newborn person, or like some point. It could either happen in the womb or it could happen outside the womb, but your soul gets put into a person, a new one, and you get to read it. You'd like do over. But unfortunately, you do get punished in that life, and you don't know why, because you don't remember anything. But it's up to you to remain a good person in that life, and that's how it works. So without being told what you've done or made to feel guilty about it, because you've literally not done anything bad, you are tested to see if you will live a good life, a decent life, and be a good person in your next life. And then if you're a horrible person, either due to circumstances that happen in your life, or that you like it's your nature is still really bad, like you're naturally bad person, or your circumstances, like the world flinging shit at you, causes you to be a really bad person if you weren't initially, then that's the test. And if you still are a horrible person, then perhaps you get another chance after that, or perhaps not. But I believe that you get like a few chances to redeem yourself, and then if you don't, and you're still always perpetually a bad person in every single life you get, then you get like the judgment of either heaven or hell. And if you're perpetually a good person, moral and everything, then you go on to, my mum calls it the 7 planes, and the 7th one, so it's probably like 7, it could possibly be 7 chances, and then you go on to something else. So not Earth anymore and being a human, you go on to something else, like something bigger and like otherworldly. You know, that is called reincarnation. We used to just call it being reborn and past life. And people now say past life to mean your life in the past, as in when you were younger, which pisses me off, because past life means your life before you were born into this one. So, yeah. Have a great night, Jeremiah. See you. Good night. Have a good one. See you again soon. I'll upload new videos. You'll love them, I hope. Okay, let's read these. Purgatory. Yeah, I read that bit, didn't I? Is Catholic. Purgatory is Catholic. As a Protestant, I called it Sheol, as mentioned in the Old Testament. Me too. Apparently, I'm Protestant too. Jonah went there. Jonah chapter 2. And our Lord Jesus visited the prisoners. 1 Peter 3:18-19. Oh, that is called reincarnation. Have a great night. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of caught up now. Anyway, so yeah. So I think the truth is good. If you get one life, like people keep going on about, then that's not good. If you just get one life, then that's really bad. And then there really is like nothing after that. As in nothing, as in you still live, but nothing happens. It's not black, but nothing happens. It's just like you're in constant sleep. which would be bad. I wouldn't like that, to be honest. I'd like to live a normal life after death, do you know what I mean? So being reborn would be ideal for me. And just continue to live on Earth as a person and having a normal life. I actually would okay with that. But if I was to be reborn and have a extraordinary life, then I would be very happy with that too. But I could not deal with nothing happening after death, like some people believe. I think that's more depressing than the alternative. More depressing than the idea of going to hell. I mean, just think of the masochists. They'd be in heaven in hell, wouldn't they? I kind of wish I was a masochist, to be honest with you, because then pain wouldn't bother me. I'd have no fear because I just like being tormented. It'd be brilliant. Unfortunately, I don't like pain. I kind of like being tortured a little bit, but it depends what kind of torture. So, I like sort of I like being treated like shit verbally in a controlled way, not in real life, but in a controlled environment. So if someone was to treat me like crap and like say, oh yes, I'm really brilliant and you're really useless and piece of shit and stuff, like in a controlled environment, if I was like role playing as Daisy, the abused wife, then that would be cool if I'm playing a character. But in real life, no, I have to be treated like the all-powerful almighty ruler that I was meant to be. So even if I'm playing a character, because my main character, obviously my character is Jeremiah, the all-powerful sun god, playboy person. Whereas when I do role play as Daisy, that's still not my character. It's not mine. It's a different character. Still a main character, but not my character, because I'm Jeremiah. So, yeah. So I was thinking of adding that to Jeremiah's story, that idea, but it might scare the shit out of people, so I probably won't. See, if I was a sadist, I'd probably, yeah, let's scare the shit out of people. I am a sadist, but not that much of a sadist. I'm going to scare the shit out of everyone with my Jeremiah. The fucking reader's gonna be like the reader would be sort of like my victim of my evil and sadism, as well as the characters. So it's kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, when I had that idea, I kind of was like, kind of made me feel a bit scared, like for real. And I got into this really bad mental state because of the idea I had. And I had to talk it was like a really bad drugs trip, or the come down after a high. So I literally had to talk myself out of the negative feelings that I conjured up by having that idea. And I thought, I can't do that to other people. Why if other people have that same reaction to the end of this, well, not the end, but you know, like the story. Like if I add that to the story, that concept, it's like, oh, I'm gonna make a bunch of people be terrified and be paranoid. But I feel like I have to teach people a lesson with my book, just to make them think, not to scare the shit out of them, but to warn them that if they don't change their ways, that will happen in real life, or it could happen in real life. What did you say? Well, by the way, about those bookmarks, if you want If I do want one, how should I contact you by email? I don't use any social media anymore. You have 3 likes now, hurrah. Yeah, I noticed that. It's brilliant. Thank you very much, whoever's liked. I know you've done one, and probably Issa's done one. Maybe Anthony. Yeah, because there's no one else, really. Everyone else is just stagnant side characters that aren't main characters. Oh, they're villains, so. But don't worry, I love you all. No matter how much you want to kill me. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. They don't want to kill me, but I know they want the doing of me. So, I love you, and you deserve understanding. Even the bad guys deserve understanding and love, so, yeah, okay, I love you. I was gonna say fuck you and I hate you, but nah. That would just make it worse. They'll just hate me more. So, I was like, fuck that. I love you. Even if you are just like festering on my live stream, hoping that I will make a blunder so you can strike. I know they definitely all wanted me to, like, in real life, when they tried goading me and shit, they were trying to get me to do, like, they were trying to get me angry so that I would come at them and chase them, or I would roar at them or growl at them or whatever. I only see three likes. So I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to, like, they couldn't do it before, but, like, deliberately now trying to get me, like, a rise. They're deliberately trying to get a rise out of me now so that I will, like, show my flaws. Like Rachel's sister said about her baby. She's like, I have flaws. Yeah, they're trying to make me show my flaws so they can go, oh, she's a terrible person after all. We have a right to bully her. They call me her. I shouldn't say that. Him. Oh, we have a right to bully him because he's crazy and he's nasty and has no self-control. But if I don't rise to the occasion, and I'm not going to say just ignore them, but I'm going to say, like, show them that I am the most intelligent, wonderful person, like Jesus of all. When they realize that I'm the prophet Jeremiah, well, not Jesus, but, well, apparently I am. I don't know. I'm like his relative. I'm his child, so I'm not gonna say I am Jesus because I'm a separate person, but, like, I am the prophet, a prophet, not the Jeremiah prophet in the Bible, but maybe one of them. I haven't read all the prophets yet, the Jeremiah-y ones, but apparently there's millions of the damn things in the Bible, so we'll find out which one I am. I know who I am from the past. Like, do you want to know who I was in a past life? Not really kind of like a past life. But I keep going on about how, like, Jeremiah is, like, very old. He's very thousands of years old sort of thing. I don't know exactly how many thousands, but I know he's lived a long time. So you could say the past lives are literally his just, like, one life, but he's lived several different lives. He's lived several lives, you might say, because he's lived on this earth for thousands of years. And I want to tell you about his very first life. You won't like it. This is how you know I'm not lying, because I'm not saying, oh yeah, he's a wonderful person. He was actually the most evil person ever. Worse than Hitler. No offense. I mean, to Jeremiah, I don't know. I like exposing Jeremiah. Oops. Well, don't judge me for it, because, like, you know, it was in the past, so. I guess you might say I've been punished for it, so. Right. So this is Jeremiah's origin. So I'm just gonna speak like I am him now. This is my history. The very beginning. So, in the beginning, I was a ball of light in the sky next to the sun. And I controlled things with my mind. Because I didn't have arms and legs. And it was brilliant. Because it was like easier to control things with your mind and talk with your mind. Rather than with arms and legs. This is why I struggle with my arms and legs. Because I'm still not used to it even after all these fucking years later. So remember yesterday or whenever it was, I did a live stream and I couldn't pick things up. It was really like I literally couldn't make my is it called dexterous? Like I couldn't make my hands be dexterous. It was like I was really struggling to hold, and it slipped out and it's like, oh my god, I can't. My arms and hands have stopped working. Like it literally stopped working. Yeah, it's horrible. I sometimes literally can't make my arms and hands move. And the reason for that is I'm still not used to it even after these thousands of years. I'm so used to making everything happen with my mind. Anyway, I live next to the sun, but I was smaller than the sun. I was like a tiny ball of light compared to the sun. The sun's like massive. And I was like a sphere, a little tiny sphere. And it was so cute. And basically the sun was my wife. Still is. So the sun's really pissed off that I have taken an Earth wife, so. But she has to deal with it because I told her, I told the sun, I said, love, you know, since I'm forced to be on the Earth, I can't just, like, you're billions of miles away. I can't do anything with you. I need an Earth wife to sort of serve me on Earth. And whatever, like, look after me, I mean. And also take care of my urges and stuff. Because as this human, like, creature on Earth with a body and everything, I have physical needs. So I need that taken care of. I don't 100% know, but I guess as a ball of light in the sky, I didn't really have urges because I was just a mind and not a body, so I didn't have urges like that. The only urge I had was the urge to seek knowledge and stuff, so it's like all about the mind and the brain and stuff. So yeah, didn't have all these other emotions and feelings and stuff. So I was sent to Earth for some reason, and the very first place I was sent to was Egypt. And I arrived at Egypt as a cute fox thing, as we know now to be falcon wolves. So it's basically like a fox or like a, is it a coyote or a jackal or something? Jackal. Like a jackal but with wings. Golden blonde fur, of course. And I like trotted around the desert. And it's like, I didn't know where I was going, but I kind of knew, like, this is me trotting. I was trotted through the desert looking for where I needed to be. And I came upon this, like, city, this Egyptian city. It wasn't like a major city. It was like more like a village. And they pretty much saw me coming. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit coming towards? But then when they saw me and was like, oh my god, they were like, oh my god, it's a winged fox thing. And they were like, whoa, this is cool, this is a sign. We must accommodate it. And we must show kindness to it, and maybe it will show kindness to us. So they were like, like the trotting thing. Anyway, and it was like, they treated me really well, but kind of like a pet. They treated me like a pet, and they were like, thought they could control me. They thought, oh yes, we'll show kindness to it, and maybe we can keep it as a pet. But when they realised I was no pet, and I was like a wild animal, and that keeping me as a pet was futile, they realised I was more powerful than what they first thought. Like, they thought they could tame and control me, but then they were like, wait a minute, this is like a strong, powerful, wild animal, as wild animals do go today. Like, you can't tame one. You can try, but it's not going to go well. And the wild animal's going to be miserable if you do manage to suppress it, like in my current life, pretty much. Which is what happened with my mum when I became a carer. I became oppressed, suppressed, and depressed, because it's my nature to be in control and live my own life and be like a free spirit. But in being my mom's care, it's been very restrictive, and I've had to go with like what she wants. So she wants to eat at, she wants me to cook and eat at 8 o'clock, and she goes ballistic if I do it even a bit later, and it's a nightmare. And if I was having fun and I was really happy and feeling like powerful or whatever, it's like she'll start shouting at me, and it's quite humiliating. Like, it's always been quite humiliating. And it's like the logical thing is to just do dinner for 8 o'clock and then just do the pissing about, as my mum calls it, after. Yeah, you'd think, but I'm so much of a wild free spirit that I don't even do that. I don't live by a routine or rules. I just do whatever the hell I want. And it's got me in trouble, but it's like I'm compelled. So that's my true nature, is to just do whatever the hell I want and be sort of a free spirit, but also in control. So I never liked the title carer, and I also have never liked the title artist. And the reason for the artist one is because artists are always considered like flighty and floopy and hippy dippy and like scruffy and like not really like a decorated ruler or like a high-ranking job. It's not like a high-ranking job. It's just like someone who's, oh yeah, starving artist, they're homeless, they're poor, they're messy, they're scruffy, they're eccentric, you know, get paint all over their fucking smock and shit. It's like, no, that's not me. I'm a smart, put-together businessman. And it's kind of weird because I just said I was like kind of flighty and I don't go by rules and I'm a free spirit. So that would be more like, I suppose, hippy-dippy, saying like you're a free spirit and stuff. So I'm quite the paradox. On the one hand, yes, I'm an artist, I'm a creative, but on the other hand, I'm a businessman. And I feel like I should be in charge, like, of my own life, yes, but also kind of in charge of others as well. But not just for the sake of being in control or being in charge. It's kind of like I actually want to help people. Like, I actually want to direct people in the right direction. Put people in the right direction. It's even like I even wanted to be in charge of all these kids who harassed me, not to suppress them again, because, you know, obviously they're treating me like shit, and most people will probably think, oh yeah, you want to get revenge or whatever. So by being there in control, they, you know, being in control of them, you just probably be cruel to them or something, or be in control of what they have and what they don't have and stuff like that. And yeah, Jeremiah will probably do that, but in real life, I think I kind of want to be in charge of them because I actually want to help them. Like, I feel like they're cruel to me for a reason. Like, they've been bastards to me. But I feel like it's because they're actually trying to reach out to me. It's like, I remember this one time when I was about 14 or 15. I remember me and my mum were in the garden, and these kids came, and they were, like, harassing us. My mum went out the gate, and she was with them for ages, and they all just sat down. Like, the kids all sat down on one side of the street, and my mum and I on the other. Like, we were stood for a while, but then we sat down after a while, and we were there for like 2 hours. She rang the police, and we were like literally waiting 2 hours for the police, and the kids were there. Guess what they said? Like, after all that harassing, they actually said, we just want to talk to you. We just want to talk. We just want to... Like, it was advice they wanted, I think. They wanted, like, my mum to impart her knowledge on them. And I remember that's just stuck with me for a long time, and I thought, maybe they're like this because they're trying to get our attention, not because they just are harassing us, like, for the sake of harassing us. It's like they wanted help. It's like they want to be friends. They want me in their lives, or my mum in their lives at the time, as it was at the time. But they don't know how to go about it in a way that won't make them, like, be discriminated against as well, because they know that people, including themselves, discriminate against us because we live in a different house than they do, and, you know, they think that we're like snobs or that we're rich or something. And on top of that, they think that we're weird. Like, they thought my mum was a witch, and then they thought I was weird because I wear tail and ears and stuff, and wolf gear and howl and stuff, so they thought I was a wolf. a werewolf, whatever. So it's like, well, people discriminate against them, including us. But we actually, like, deep down, they really wanted to reach out and they wanted help. But they didn't really know how to ask for it. They wanted more interest in their life, and we were interesting. They're boring, you know. They're like boring lives, maybe. You know, they dress boring. They probably didn't, you know, they don't really have a lot of imagination. So even when they're hanging out with each other, they don't seem to do anything but like sit around and talk about nothing. Like, I overheard one of their conversations. They were sat outside the wall, and I was at the wall listening. And they said they were just accusing some poor girl of being a prosy. They kept saying, "Oh, such a body's a prosy, and such a body's a prosy." So what the fuck kind of conversation is that? They have no imaginations. Like, I know teenagers don't tend to play together anymore, like younger children do, but come on, man. There's about a million things you can do together. Why not act? Like, if you don't want to call it play, like playing, because you're too old for playing now, why don't you just call it role-playing or call it, like, acting? Like, why don't we get together and act? Let's act out some roles. That's what us kids used to do. When we were kids, even up to teenagers, me and my friends used to act as, like, characters from Disney films and other films that we'd seen, like All Dogs Go to Heaven. We used to role-play as the characters. I was always Charlie. And my friend was always either Anne-Marie or Sasha. But we never really got to roleplay that because she didn't even know who Sasha was. Like, I watched the All Dogs Go to Heaven film or episodes with Sasha in, but she didn't. She just saw the movie where there was just Anne-Marie and there was no other dogs really. Well, there was no female Earth dogs. There was only a female angel dog, which was it Isabel? Something like that. But anyway, so I wanted to be. I was Charlie, and I wanted her to be Sasha, which is Charlie's girlfriend, who plays Hard to Get or something. And I wanted to do that, but she didn't know the character and the dynamic, so we ended up not doing that. It's like, why not do that? I mean, that seems like pissing about to people like my mum and people who think they're too grown up to play act anymore and play games. Like, that's what kids do, and we're not kids anymore. We're teenagers. We're grown-ups virtually. We're boring. We have to do boring things now and just sit around and talk about nonsense. Because they're not quite grown up enough to have deep conversations, but they're not quite young enough to just play and just be silly with each other anymore. So it's kind of sad. It's like a kind of sad gap. I don't know. Whatever. An in-between sort of age. It's a difficult age because they don't know what to do at that age. It's like, do we still do kid stuff, or do we be boring and be boring adults? It's like, so they end up just doing like a bit of both, and they're acting as stupid, but they don't know what to do, and they're like bored all the time, and they're just sat there playing on the phones or whatever, or like I say, talking about nonsense and not knowing what to do. So I feel like because this is how teenagers are, they think, well, she or he looks like he's having fun, like dressing up and stuff. He can have fun on his own. He doesn't need friends to have fun, and yet he seems to have fun. He does the streams, the videos, plays in the garden, still dresses up. So it's like they want to be a part of it, but at the same time, they don't want to be discriminated against. They don't want to be considered weird because they already have that mindset that they think I'm weird, or they've heard other people say I'm weird. So they don't want to be branded as weird. They don't want to be bullied. So on the one hand, they don't want to be considered weird and bullied for it. But on the other hand, they know that I have more fun than them and I'm more interesting than them. And they want to be part of it. But they don't know how, so they're like harassing me and bullying me. But then, like, we want to talk to you, we want to get to know you. We really do want to be friends with you, but we're going to be assholes because we don't want to be branded as weird, you know, like by the leaders. Because, of course, these kids who probably approach me and are nice to me, they're probably the lackeys who really want to join me, but the leaders, the gang leaders that were, like, in... Because they have these massive, like, groups of friends, you know. But then they kind of break off from the herd occasionally, and you see smaller groups. So I think, like, they probably have several leaders for this big, massive groups that they have. So, although they all like it, like what I do, these little groups, but the big ultimate groups, like the ultimate massive groups that they have going, kind of like have these leaders that are judgmental and think that they know best, and they think, oh, being a hooligan is the best, being like a chav in, you know, tracksuits and hoodies and stuff. That is where it's at, and doing drugs and doing crime and harassing people and bullying people is where it's at. And dressing up as a wolf is not. You know, that's crazy. You're crazy. That person's crazy, so we've got to bully that person. I mean, I could have joined them any time because he gave me like many chances when I was about 14, 15 to join them, and I always refused. I kind of wish I'd joined them because I think I could have been very good for them, and I wouldn't have been afraid of sort of, like, for instance, what I would do if I was in their gangs, I would try and lead them in a different direction to crime and, you know, giving people grief. I would say, come join me in acting, doing all these fun activities, being creative, being constructive, dressing up cool. I would have been a real good influence on them. But if they refused and they absolutely said, no, you're crazy, you're stupid, you're weird. No, if you want to join us, then you have to wear tracksuits and hoodies and you have to look normal. You have to look like a human being and do drugs. Be normal and do drugs, you know. Do crime, bully people. Apparently that's normal in their eyes, so it's like. Then I would have said, well, fuck that. Being me, bye-bye, bye-bye. Don't need you. Do without you. Yeah, that would have been me. I wouldn't have been afraid to be, because it's like a case of, well, there is that risk that obviously if I said that to them, like, well, I don't need you then, you know, I'm going to be me, I'm not going to conform to what you want. And if I'd have, like, parted ways like that, then they might have harassed and bullied me anyway. But then again, they might have respected me for that and maybe left me alone, like saying, well, we were friends with that person for a time and they told us where to get off because they didn't like what we were doing and we're not friends anymore. But I respect their oomph, their gumption, their non-caring attitude about the consequences of ditching us because we're shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. In a way, my mum was a good influence in that because she was the one who, like, would encourage me to be me and not to just join the ranks of these shits because, you know, she was afraid that if I joined the ranks of these shits, I'd become like these shits. But in truth, I think I would have been a good influence on them and I would have steered them in the direction of absolution and, you know, like a life of constructive creativity. Lots of fun and interest. Lots of recreational, cool activities. They wouldn't have had time to commit crimes and bully people because they'd never be bored. They only do all this shit because they're bored. But with me, they'd never be bored. Unfortunately, with Vicky, I guess I wasn't that. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like we always had a lot of fun together. But this one time when she was bored, she decided to say it was all my fault and that I was boring and I wasn't entertaining her and stuff. And it's like, well, it's kind of like, I don't know. There was lots of things we could have done, but she just decided to use that to manipulate me, I guess, because all she wanted to do was play on the computer, because she wasn't allowed to play on the computer at home. So she pretty much used me for my computer. And she wanted to play on the computer the whole time she was here, so that's 3, 4, 5 hours. And I got bored. I wish I told her that. I wish I said, well, when we play on the computer, I get bored because I'm just sat there watching you talk to your friends, because that's all she wanted to do was chat to her friends on MSN. The same friends, by the way, that she saw every day at fucking school and after school, that she visited after school or at the weekend. So I didn't accept that, so I hatched this plan. I told my mum to tell her that the computer is banned, that we're not allowed on the computer. She's here to visit me. She should be focusing on me. She should be paying me attention. We should be doing things together, coming up with ideas of things to do together. Not playing on the computer and chatting to her friends, or me chatting to my friends. She's supposed to be spending time with me. And guess this, if she wants to talk to her friends and spend time with friends, do you know what? two things. She could have either invited her friends here so we could all play together and I could have made new friends, or she could have fucked off and gone visited them if she preferred them. But don't come to my house, use my computer and talk to your other friends that you see every fucking day of the week. You only see me once a week. It's like, spend time with me. But instead of saying, I will admit, in this instance, it was my fault because I didn't say that. I just told her that a computer's banned. I should have communicated and said, well, what I've just said to you now. But I didn't think to, unfortunately. But that's what I was thinking. I just didn't have the words to express back then. There's lots of things that I used to think about that I couldn't express. And this is why when in the past and on other planets they have union, proper union, or unit, I should say. A unit is where they all think alike and they all have the same idea. They don't have to communicate it, they already know. And if they do have to communicate it, it's very simple. You don't have to have all these fancy words and constructed sentences to get your point across because you all pretty much have a similar or same mind. So it is a lot easier. The problem lies where everybody is so different and so far removed, and communication is very lacking and very underdeveloped, which of course when you're a child and a teenager, your communication skills are not very not honed them in pretty much. So they're very underdeveloped, they're very primitive. And with a lot of things it's easy, like simple things, simple basic needs, yes, but like more complicated thoughts and feelings and relationships, it can be hard to communicate your thought processes when you're underdeveloped. This is why kids should not be put in charge of anything. I'm sorry, but even I, as intelligent as I am and have always been, I wasn't able to communicate very good, and thus I couldn't really, I guess you might say I couldn't really, I don't know. I could probably not have been a very good leader back then, but I feel like now that I'm older and I'm more put together and I've got superior communication skills than I used to have, and I have the language and words to express what I'm feeling, and I can take you through things, concepts, and what have you. So I feel like I could do it now. That I have very little confidence in the my mind has gone blank. What's the word? I'm not always perfect at it, as you can see. I have to think a little bit, but what you do is you slow down time, and when you slow down time, you can think of things seemingly fast. But when you try and rush, it doesn't work, so just give me time. I'll slow down time for myself. We'll see. When you... Right. In the department of explaining all of this kind of stuff to teenagers, you have to be already in good with them. Yeah? Yeah, I did. I'm busy. I'll get to you in a moment. Talking about very important things. More important than your tea and biscuits. That's what she's asking for. Anyway, as I was saying. So when it comes to actually communicating with teenagers and children, I don't have the confidence. And the reason being, well, children, yes. Children are more open-minded and more non-judgmental, whereas teenagers are very closed-minded and judgmental, as we've already established. And they're not open. So if I was to talk like this to them, they would just reject it and say, you're crazy, you're weird, you're arrogant. So if I talk like that to them, they wouldn't hesitate to try and humiliate me. So that's why I'm reluctant to actually talk to them, like in person. I mean, if they were watching this stream, that they're hearing it, which is great. Brilliant. But again, in person, I wouldn't even attempt it because, well, I have been treated, well, so badly by them for so many years that I wouldn't really know where to begin to get them. I'd have to get them on my side first and then say all this stuff. And unfortunately, I've never really been able to get them on my side, so. And you'd think I'd be able to. But, I don't know. You can guarantee that if I did have a chance to talk to them, I don't know. I mean, for instance, I'll give you an example. When I used to talk to them, I used to try and tell them things. Like, they'd ask me questions, and some of my answers had to be, I had to tell a story in order to answer their questions, and they didn't have time for that. And they'd get distracted very easily. And they'd either start talking amongst themselves and ignoring what I've said, or they'd interrupt me with another question. And I wouldn't have finished answering the first question before they asked another one. They just wanted 1 word or 2 word answers. They didn't want to listen to a full sentence or a story. Especially if there was so many of them. And like I say, they'd get distracted by each other, or somebody would shout out another question to me. And before I had a chance to answer one question, they'd shout out another one. And I'd say, well, you'll have to wait your turn because I've not even finished answering that question. But if I did turn my attention to the other person to answer their question, mid-answering the first question, the other person would get pissed that I didn't answer their question. And they didn't think, well, my friend has just interrupted my answer to my question, and get mad at them. They'd get pissed at me, saying, you haven't answered my question, answer the question, they'd say. And they'd get really antsy. But if I was calmer and more interested in doing it right, I could have said what I just said a minute ago, which was, well, just wait your turn, I will answer your question, let me just finish answering the question of your friends. You will have your turn. And then whenever I'd get interrupted by anyone else, I'd say, excuse me, but could you just stop talking and let me finish? Like, that's in a calm way, like not even shout at them. That's what I should have done. But they're so loud and so screamy and shouty that, you know, that wouldn't have flown with them, and they would have thought I was being condescending. And they wouldn't have listened to me because in their minds, I'm being domineering, I'm being bossy, I'm being demanding. You know, so it doesn't work. Like, when they're in a gang, you see, they're very cocky. And if they thought that I was talking down to any of them, they would start shouting at me even more and going on with themselves. And then the others would join in. Because, of course, they don't want to be humiliated in front of their friends. Like, my mum humiliated them, one of them, in front of their friends. And their friends actually all laughed. What happened was, this one time, there was a group of boys all in tracksuits, and there was one girl amongst them who was wearing a tracksuit, and she was quite boyish looking. She's the one I've talked about many times before. And it turns out she's a lesbian and a tomboy. So I remember it was sort of revealed that this individual was a girl, and my mum said, oh, I thought that was a boy, and whatever, and the friends all just laughed. And she was humiliated. You could tell she went very quiet. She looked mad as hell. But her friends all laughed. So she was humiliated in front of her friends. Anyway, my mum knows how to deal with them. She's always quite condescending to them. And they don't seem to mind it. They probably don't like it, but they don't know how to respond. So they're sort of, if she does humiliate any of them, they all just laugh, and, you know, that one individual is humiliated and the other ones are like laughing along. I guess you might say I've never been able to do that. Like, put them in their place. Because if I tried to, like I say, they'd get mad that they were humiliated in front of their friends, and they'd get pissed at me. Or like I say, if their questions weren't answered quick enough because their friend had asked a question, and I proceeded to answer that question next, the other one would get pissed I didn't answer their question. So I guess you might say I've never really been very able to... Oh, the battery's going to die in a minute, so I might lose the stream. I'm just going to quickly put it on charge. Just one sec. Oh, I can't see. I can't go quickly because I can't see what I'm doing. So I have to go slow and careful. Right. I'm going to plug it in and hopefully I'll be able to save the stream. There we go. So I'm very sorry about that, but I'm going to have to give my phone a chance to charge up a bit because it's on its deathbed at the minute. So I'm just going to let it put it on life support, give it a chance to regenerate its life. No, just kidding. There's Jeremiah. Look. He's on my computer. Anyway, so there's some life lessons for you. So anyway, I'm gonna close this stream by just finishing my story and saying I don't feel like, well, in the past, I guess you might say, I've never really had the confidence in myself to know how to deal with them and reason with them before. The only thing I can say I tried to do was just be nice to them and let them know that I am, you know, a nice and interesting person to talk to. And I remember they often used to admit that, you know, I was a really nice person and I was really good to talk to. But for some reason, then they'd go away, come back, and they'd be nasty next time. And I believe that to be because somebody has turned them against. Probably that either the parents or, like I say, their leaders of their groups that are judgmental towards me have turned them against me. But they know that, you know, I would be good for them as a friend and stuff, so I've kind of given up on them, like I say. I know that they're probably still in their own way try to reach out and trying to, like, get access to my knowledge, and not just life knowledge, but also just knowledge about, like, what to do to have a good time, you know. Like I say, the constructive, creative activities that they could be doing. I'm not saying they have to do arts and crafts, by the way. I'm just saying there's lots of creative things that they could do that are fun, but instead they just would prefer to commit crimes and or play sports. Like, you know, it's either with them, because usually when they're all together, especially boys, all they ever do is play football together. They're always kicking a ball about or something, or they go to the park and they go in that, like, cage bit where they can play all sorts of ball games. And that's the extent of their imagination. It's either committing crimes, sitting around playing on the phones while they're with each other, talking to other people, or just having silly, shallow conversations and just sitting in one place for hours and saying they're bored. It's like, go do something, dude. So yeah, they just don't have very good imaginations, and it's not their fault. They just, you know, they need me. They do need me, but unfortunately, they're not ready to receive me yet. When they're ready to receive me, then I will be there for them. They always say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's never happened for me, but perhaps it will happen for them, and I will be the teacher. I have learnt, but I've not had any specific teachers. I've never had any mentors, really. It's a shame, really, because I could have done with them. But alas. Alas. Perhaps I'm supposed to learn on my own and become the teacher myself. I do like to call myself the bringer of truth. Here we go. It's another one, you see. Nobody's been ever interested in my mind. Just my body. It's another thing. If it's not the kids wanting to judge me for being different, it's people liking me just for my body, my belly, as it's been on the stream. What a waste, eh? What a shame. What a damn shame. What a crying shame. Absolute crying shame. But then again, I don't blame you. I don't blame you guys. Right, I know how it is. I get fucking horny myself. I was fucking horny yesterday. Hey, I'm doing a funny accent now. That's Irish. I was fucking horny yesterday. I get it. I get it. All I want to do is see my favorite people naked or wearing skimpy clothes. And when you're horny, it is much more appealing than hear someone bang on about life lessons. I get it. Don't worry, I'll inject you all with estrogen, and then you'll be less horny. And then you will listen. So all these kids need to be injected with estrogen. Then again, no, because then they'll blow up in freaking fits of rage like what women do. Which is why women used to be considered crazy and lunatics and be locked up because of their outrageous tempers that they got when they were on their... They were either due on or it was their time of the month. So probably best not. Flufferpuffers! Art, adventure, nature, and talking and walking. Flufferpuffers. That's the best one. The Fluffies. Nah, I even appreciate the ones who want me for my bodies. I know it! Can I see the message, please? No, fuck you, I want to see the message! Tights are horny. Another moderator has handled this. That would be me. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not wearing tights today, but I'm wearing these trousers that go with the suit. I understand people are like horny and shit, but oh no, don't fuck off on my phone. I can't even stand up and show you because of fucking... Why has nobody thought to put the charging port in the bloody top of the side? I can't even stand my phone up because the fucking charging thing goes in the fucking bottom. Anyway, so horny, I asked... Oh my god, that's so cute. I need to put that rose back in that thing. Oh, here's the gloves. Tights are the best though, aren't they? I mean, they look really good. I saw a bloke wearing tights today. He's always wearing, well, he wears leggings, but they kind of look like tights because of their designs and how tight-fitting they are. He's got good legs, good butt. He's even got hips. It's amazing. Green tights. Yeah, I could be Tinkerbell with them things, couldn't I? Oh my god. I used to have the most gorgeous Tinkerbell costume. I don't think I have it anymore. What a shame. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll wear the green tights with the Supreme Ruler of the Universe outfit because it's like a green, like military style jacket with the epileptic fits with tassels and the medals and shit. Really decorated like fucking drill sergeant or general. And yeah, that would go good with the green tights, wouldn't it? I love wearing them. Yeah, this guy was... I think guys should like totally wear tights. Tights are warm in cold weather. Yeah, it's kind of cold at the moment. It's kind of cold, so I could wear tights. It's just that with this outfit today, I wanted to wear it with trousers, but they're quite tight fitting, like tights. They're kind of like a cross between a legging and suit pants, so they're quite gothic. They're really cool, but if you want to see them, you see them like in the beginning of the stream and shit. Yeah, I can't, well, okay, there you go. So like fitted, but they're not tights. Imagine tights with this design. That would be amazing. Blue tights. Blue tights to go with the Jeremiah outfit. That would be amazing. I've never seen them. These are amazing ideas. I'll do them for Patreon. I've got an idea for a new Patreon video. You guys are going to love it. Because I've had a lot of people in the past ask me if I smoke. Like, they want me to do smoking videos. And I'm like, yeah. I don't do it often, but I can do it. I love it. So I had this idea of just like sitting wearing my Jeremiah outfit or my Supreme Ruler of the Universe outfit and various other like cosplays. And I could show my belly and just like sit there smoking, looking really suave and really sexy. I would love to do that. That's amazing. But you'd have to see you'd have to join the Patreon to see it. But it would be a really amazing idea. I could do a few of them. I honestly think those looks and ideas are better than like bikini or lingerie or even like nude. Like I would never do nude. I wouldn't do porn. I know that. Yeah, I'm a bit thirsty. I'd never do. I don't think I'd do porn like that, like where I'm naked or anything. But like clothed ones, yeah, definitely. Like more special interest videos that are people's cup of tea, like kinks and fetishes and stuff. Then yeah. But I'd never do actual porn because I respect myself and I want people to respect me. So I don't judge people who do it, by the way. If they really enjoy doing it and it doesn't hurt their mental health, then it's fine. But the only reason why people judge people that do it is because they're worried that it will not help their mental health. Like they'll feel like they'll regret it later or something. Exactly. No boobs out. No boobs. I would never show boobs. No. No private parts. I mean, people say that it's like akin to porn or whatever, but it's not because the belly is not it and it's not a private part. I mean, lots of people show the bellies. So they show it when they're on the beach wearing low-rise jeans and crop tops, which I've seen a lot of girls do, or shorts. I wish more blokes would do that. I would love to see blokes in like skimpier clothes, like like a crop shirt, like with a collar and like ruffles and stuff, and it like cuts off here, and then to show the like wobbly bellies off or skinny bellies. I don't care which, and then like low-rise shorts, like short shorts or booty shorts, or just like low-rise fitted trousers. That would look amazing. I would love to see more blokes dressed like that, and that's why I'm doing it. So my new look is just wearing anything that looks like a shirt with a collar or like ruffles, and then waistcoat tie or bow tie and like jackets. So what I'm looking for at the moment, I'm looking for a crop blazer like this with the lapels and everything, like a smart suit. So I'm looking for a crop. I did find one actually, but unfortunately I didn't get it because I only decided to get one thing that day, but it's a place I didn't go often, so I should have just got both. It was grey, unfortunately, but it would have done for now. But I got the waistcoat instead, the grey waistcoat. But I wish I'd got the jacket as well, or instead, I don't know, both, I think. And, you know, they're very rare, so I kind of regret not getting it. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get more, like, crop tops that look like shirts, crop jackets that look like suit jackets, and crop waistcoats as well. There is one, I found one on Amazon, a crop waistcoat that falls just below the breast, the chest. It was a red one. It was gorgeous, but I didn't get it because it didn't fit my purpose at the time. Okay. Support the boss. Thank you, Issa. What's on your Patreon? Oh, you know, the stuff that's on my Patreon. We've just talked about it before. It's just basically me dressed up in costumes and various other interesting outfits. Crop tops, shorts, low-rise things, trousers and stuff. I need more low-rise shorts as well because they're so cool. Fat men with big bellies used to go without shirt in public, but it has become rare, sadly. Exactly, Issa. That's what I keep saying. I haven't seen a shirtless man for years, but I'll tell you what I saw today. Guess what I saw today coming out of a takeaway place? I saw this huge fat man with a really big, wobbly, overhanging belly. And he was wearing the skimpiest, tightest t-shirt
that you could see his belly poking out from underneath the shirt, and it was very wobbly. But unfortunately, he was behind me, and I had to keep looking back, and I thought he's going to think that I'm being rude. But I said hello to, like, he did. I don't think he recognized me at first, but we have talked before. And I looked behind me and said, "Oh, hi, you're looking really good." And I don't know, he didn't really talk. He just went in his house, but he smiled and thanked me and stuff. And I am so I wasn't expecting it, but I am so sorry I didn't get it on camera. But then again, if I did, he would have thought that I was making fun of him. It really was hot. It was like my kind of look and belly and everything. It was like really wobbly and overhanging. And it had like I think they call it a dimple. So it's where the belly goes like that. Instead of it just being rounded at the bottom, it goes in and then like that. And that's my kind of belly. I love bellies like that. Whether they be small or big, I absolutely love bellies that go in at the bottom. Or is it up? Like a W shape. Yeah. That's my favourite. I prefer that than just completely rounded at the bottom. But I don't mind either way. Even if they've got a slight, I think it's called a dimple, I'm not really sure. But even if they have a slight one, I like it more than just round. And they've got to be smooth and kind of a bit bumpy. Like I say, just ones that go like that is fine. Uh-oh. Hide. No one's gonna moan. Oh God, I've got an idea. The time you love to turn the house into a dump. I'll just tell them I went to the toilet. I don't know. No one's gonna moan. My mum said I'm exhibiting really bad behaviour, but you can't listen at the moment. Right, I'm gonna have to stop the stream. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and become a Patreon. Love you guys. Oh, and donate. I'll put the links in the description.